What's up, y'all? What's good? Welcome to the What Up Though Show. It's your boy Dame D, and I am back with another one. We are live like we promised. We are back. We are here watching the Detroit Lions versus the Philadelphia Eagles. So let me make sure that I can be heard. So give me 1 second. Just trying to make sure everything can be heard. But yeah, we're here tonight. Hopefully you guys can hear everything. Let me make sure I can be heard, and we are live. Sides of the Lions was magical last year in the regular season, 15-2. They've already lost more games than that. They have injuries again, 5 starters out tonight. So what is the equation to win on the road? How are they chance place tonight?
Well, let's talk about the conditions out here tonight. The wind is crazy, so whoever can run the ball back.
Okay, so we can be heard.
Oh,
there we go. So I just wanted to make sure I can be heard. So what's going on out there? All the Lions fans, hopefully that crowd is going to be with us. Hopefully, our fans traveled this week. So I want to say what up, though, to everybody out there. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's getting ready to go down. Detroit versus Philadelphia. And like I said, this game right here will pretty much just show us if we're ready for the big time, if we're ready to get over that hump, if we're ready to match up with, the Super Bowl champs, so this is going to be a good game. Hopefully we get off to a great start with the offense, and really it's not even the offense that I'm worried about. It's the defense, because we're coming in a little bit injury riddled pretty much like last year, but it's a little bit different. The defense has been playing pretty good, being injured. We're going to be missing another key starter, our tight end tonight, Sam Laporta. He's going to be out. He's just went on injured reserve. So, but, hopefully we can just pass the ball around a little bit more, and make things happen that way. So, the comment section is open. I need for you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Tell me how do you think tonight's matchup is going to go? Who's going to control the game? Will Detroit defense be able to hold down and contain the offense of Philadelphia? Will they be able to contain Hurts, keep him without getting out of that pocket and running? Because that's what hurts us most. Is running quarterbacks when they get out of that pocket and they get to scramble and running, So hopefully we'll be able to contain him. Hopefully we'll do a good job, pretty much like how when we play Lamar Jackson. So I think it'll be a pretty good game. I think as long as Detroit start off with a good offense, and it's not, like I said, it's not the offense that I'm worried about. It's the secondary a little bit. We're missing our starting safety. We're missing a few cornerbacks back there, but I think we'll do good with the guys that we got. So, yeah, it's getting ready to go down. We here. All the talks is over with. It's going to be a pretty good matchup on pretty much how the season is going to go for us. You know what I mean? So, yeah, the comment section is open. Definitely comment. Let me know what you guys okay, that's the TV. So, but yeah, the comment section is open. Definitely interact with me on that. I would love to, get you guys' opinion, your thoughts on tonight's matchup, on tonight's game. I wasn't even going to go live. I'm still kind of recovering from my surgery, a little swollen, a little sore, so it'd be a little uncomfortable with this headset on, but definitely interact. I want to know you guys' opinion. Tell me what you think about tonight's matchup. I think it's not going to be so much as the offense. I think it'll be the defense, where we're coming in having a kind of injury riddle coming in tonight. We're without our starting safety, Joseph Kirby. We're without, a couple of our DBs. We got a few, I'm not going to say rookies, but, our defense has been looking pretty good with the injuries we had thus far. So give me your thoughts. Let me know how do you think we'll match up. The game is getting ready to start. Like I said, we just need to get off and have a good running game. So it's going to be a good night for football. The weather looks pretty good in Philadelphia. No rain, no snow.
Saquon, big win last week in Green.
Here they go with the bullshit. So, but yeah, should be a great game. So yeah, like I said, the comment section is open. I definitely want you guys to interact. Let me know what you think about tonight's game. I think this game, tonight's game, will let Detroit know, where they rank at amongst the greats of the NFC. Because you got Seattle that's coming on, and you got the Rams that's definitely coming on, and we'll be seeing Rams in a few weeks down the road, I should say. So it's a good night for football. Let me know when you guys checking in. Let me know who's your football team. How did your team do today? My team is going on. Wow, it's not even. I'm surprised it's not sold out. It looked like I see a bunch of empty seats. Maybe that was earlier when they were showing the kickoff. Yeah, that probably was earlier when they were showing the kickoff. Okay, so it looked like we got the ball first, and we are going to kick it off to the Eagles. Everybody that's watching out there, comment with your boy. You're more than welcome to come up on the stage. I will definitely bring you in. Let me know if you guys are able to hear me, good enough.
Saquon Barkley, Penn State, AJ Brown, Ole Miss, John Dodson, 610. Devontae Smith, they meet Louisiana.
It's going down. Brian Brandt's gonna have his hands full tonight.
Nebraska, Lane Johnson, Oklahoma. You saw the center, Cam Jurgens. He's back in. They missed the last couple of games.
All right, here we go. So, first and 10, Philadelphia, I believe, on their 30-yard line.
Steve the claim to as good as there is in the league.
All right, so we just got to keep pressure on him, keep him contained, keep him from scrambling once he's outside of that pocket. All right, pass and play on first down. Caught. Okay, so it was not caught. So incomplete. Second and 10 coming up. Meek Robinson out there on the defense. So it was a good defensive play. Defensive play by Meek Robinson. What up, though, out there? I need for you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Here we go. Okay, second and 10 on Philadelphia's 30-yard line. Pass incomplete. Brian Branch right there. Third down and 10 coming up.
Play callers tonight, Chris. It's Kelvin Shepard on one side for the Lions, and Kevin Patullo, the offensive coordinator for Philadelphia.
So far, Philadelphia is coming out on the first two plays passing. So let you know what type of night they're trying to have. They pretty know that running defense is going to be a motherfucker trying to get through that front five. But here we go, third and 10. So we know they're passing on the 30-yard line. We're blitzing. Here we come. Wow, pass call for the first down. It's okay. That's okay. All right. All right, here we go. First and 10 on the 45-yard line. First out of the shotgun. Okay, we got East Keys coming in. What up, though, East Keys?
What up, guys?
Go on the pass. Wow. Okay, pass incomplete. What's going on, East Keys?
Chilling.
Okay.
Sound like you ahead a little bit on me.
Yeah. Holding on offense. Okay. So that's coming back. Yeah, a little bit ahead of you. Yeah, man. Can you hear the commentators on my end?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just want to make sure everybody can hear. So yeah, man, thus far, we've been putting some pressure. They gotten the first down. The first two passes was incomplete. They got a first down on that first drive. So, first and 20, we just got to continue just putting some pressure on this boy. We got East Skeezy in the building with us.
Yeah.
All right, first and 20, run the play up the middle. Maybe 2-3 yards to Saquon Barkley. So we are live. We are broadcasting on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram. East Skeezy, what's the dealio?
We owe these boys.
Yeah, no, we owe them get back. They got us. We owe them from a few years ago.
Starting corners out for safety. Kirby Joseph out to the Lions.
Yeah, so we without a starting safety and a starting DB.
I'm gonna go and fill the people in though.
3rd and 15 coming up. Go ahead, East Skeezy.
Just in case they don't know, if you from Detroit, you ain't scared. Number one. Number two, if you lose, you still don't lose because we coming back.
For sure. All right, here we go.
Don't think it's safe. We'll spin the block.
Hutch got 7
We're
sacks.
gonna spin the block on these boys.
4 fun fumbles. Okay, here we go. 3rd and 15. Come on, too much time. All right, here we go. We got to get it. We got it. Let's get it there. So there we go. So the defense was able to hold them. Look like the punt is getting ready to come out. East Skeezy. After you said I'm a little bit ahead of you, so after you see this, give me your thoughts on that first possession of Detroit defense. The defense looked good to me. Like I said, I'm not really too much worried about the offense. It was the defense, and we look good on that first possession. Go ahead, East Skeezy. Give me your thoughts on that first possession.
Their first possession looked good.
Yeah, real good.
Because we know he'll break one. So
here we go.
Yeah, they looking good so far. It's
right,
still the
punt to
honeymoon
Detroit.
stages.
All right, here we go. We're getting our first punt of the game. Receive. Okay, we got running room. Okay, he cut up. So we maybe picked up about 5 yards. So we probably take off from about the 25, 30-yard line. Come out. Jared Goff coming out. So we got a few people watching us, East Skeezy. If you're not subscribed to the show, make sure you hit that subscribe button. You know what I mean? We're over here trying to put out good content. We're just over here talking about the Detroit versus Philadelphia game. And like I said, this game tonight is going to show, the rest of the league, and it's going to show Detroit pretty much where we at. You know what I mean? So all eyes are on us tonight. It's prime time. We got to show out. We got a high-powered offense. We need to go ahead and start off running this ball, get J-Mo, get Montgomery and get involved early so we can start play action and get to J-Mo and them boys down deep downfield later on in the game. Because that running game is going to open up the passing game. East Skeezy, give me your thoughts on this offense tonight. How do you think? Give us the keys to winning this game tonight.
Well, it's gonna have to be
Oh, you sound horrible, East Skeezy.
It always do this. I don't know why. Phone starts up and everything. Can you hear me?
I hear you sound like Megatron. I promise you. Yeah. But hopefully it straighten out. But right now it sound horrible. I ain't gonna lie. And it just started doing that too because you were flying all game long. But but yeah, man, we need to start this game off running the ball. Once we get this running game established, have them, leaning on trying to stop the run, we'll be able to open the ball up and get it down the field to J-Mo. We need to definitely, be able to, make explosive plays and get him involved early. Because when we get him involved, the game seems to, he seems to catch the ball. Okay, there go East Skeezy. Look like East Skeezy came out nice coming back in. East Skeezy. I got two of you up there, Skeezy. I'm going
Yeah,
to remove
I
one.
feel there though.
Come back in when you can. Hold on, I'm trying to add you back to this. Okay, Skeezy. All right, Skeezy. Yeah, it's a bunch of, but it sounds horrible. Yeah, so Skeezy gonna come back in. But what up, though? You know, the comment section is open. I need for you guys to interact. You know, if you want to come on in and chop it up with your boy, come on in. You know, but that offense, the offense is getting ready to come out. Like I said, if this offensive line keep Jared Goff upright, you know, we should have a good offensive game tonight. You know, it won't surprise me, you know, if we beat Philadelphia by double digits, you know, but, you know, it's an NFC rivalry, so it's going to be, you know, a tough, pretty tough game. But don't, like I said, don't be surprised if we go up and win by double digits. So here we go. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Okay, Goff to St. Brown. Okay, here go Skeezy.
Yeah.
There we go. You're a lot better.
Loud and clear. But yeah, wow, I had that.
You don't want back out here.
Here it goes again.
Yeah, it's messing up again. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Oh my God, a fucking interception.
Oh no.
Wow. Goff picked off. I don't know if that was tipped or not, but Goff was just picked off. Come on.
Play ball first.
Yeah, you sound horrible, but I got to see. I think it had to be the ball, had to be tipped. Yeah, it was tipped. So, yeah, that's okay, though. Come on, defense. We got to come back with a good defensive stop and hold them to a field goal. You know, it was tipped, so I'll give him a pass on that.
His first in the regular season, first in the huge INT in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you see that? I don't know if you hear me. Okay, sound like
I can hear you now.
Clear. Okay, I can hear you. You sound a little clear. Okay, here go Philadelphia first on the fake. Got the tackle. We need to hold them to a field goal. We hold them to a field goal. We got a comment in here. Let me check and see that. You know, here we go with that bullshit already. Okay, Mr. Dang D, did you get my text? James.
I mean,
Samuels.
it'd be just like
not James.
when we played.
Where did you send it to, Mr. James?
Thomas Harper, he wants to be aggressive. He wants to play like Joseph before he got hurt. Sometimes you got to be a little careful with each other.
Tell me where you sent it to, James. I'll bring you in there. You want to come in and your boys played good too today. Yeah, but Skeezy, it sounds like you may be cleared up. I'm just a little bit upset, man. I can't believe that freaking tip. You know, but if we can hold them to 3 right here, we'll be okay.
Yeah, holding them to a field goal be cool.
Yeah.
But
so here we go.
They were supposed to score first anyway.
3rd and 8.
We get the ball back
Yeah,
at the
3rd and
half.
8 coming up right here. They out of the shot, her side of the shotgun. Lions showing blitz.
That's a slant.
Didn't get it. Good defense.
Good one. What I tell you?
And we held them to a field goal. Let's go. You know, so like I said,
That.
What did you send it to, James?
Receivers off the line of scrimmage, and he was good enough on that one. So to have
I can go and check
corner in the game and to not
and so that's good defense. You know, we came
Yeah,
out,
that was a good
had a
D.
good defensive stop on the first. All right, here they go. They're going for the field goal. So field goal is good. So Philadelphia get on the board first. So yeah, James. Okay, I see Thomas Drake. The Bears, yeah, your Bears look good today,
Small
man.
little hiccup. Time for
Yeah,
some
but
run
tell me where
game.
you sent it to, James, and I can go and check that. Skis. You know, we had a.
I can't hear you at
Jared
all
Goff, it
now.
was a tip ball, intercepted. You know, I'll give them that. You know, but the defense was able to hold them to 3 points. You know what I mean? So that's a good sign. The defense is out there playing pretty good, pretty tight. You know, we just got to go ahead and drive this ball down the field. Looked like Skeezy came out for a second, but yeah, James, okay, you said to my text message. Here, let me check. Send it again, James. Because I'm trying to. You sent it to my. If you sent it to my text message, I don't know which number you sent it to. But I would definitely love to bring you in on the game, man. You know, this is definitely going to be a good game. You know, okay, we got Skeezy coming back in. Skeezy.
Yo.
Okay, it's sounding choppy still, Skeezy. Yeah, but I'm looking through my I'm getting ready to look through my text, James, to see if I see it. But I don't know if I gave you my number, so it will have to be. I'll go to Messenger and see if it's in that. Yeah, Skeezy, it sound real choppy. So I'm going to my Messenger, James, to see if it's in that. Yeah, man, we started off on a rough. That was a rough first drive, I should say, that we had. Wow, I'm have to check that through my phone, so I can't check it through here real quick. So let me go through here. You know what? I should be able, because I don't see it, James. Send it. Go. This is what you do, James. Go on Facebook. Damon Jefferson on Facebook and put it in my DM because I don't see it if you sent it through my through Messenger. Yeah, but okay, here we go. So here we go in that second series of the game. All right, here we go. Hope you guys can hear the commentary from the game. You know, I don't want to make it too loud, and hopefully it's not too low, so you guys can hear commentary and me. You know, but yeah, James, go through that way. You said through my text message, so and I checked that. I didn't see anything. All right, here we go. Jahmyr Gibbs, maybe like a loss or two.
There it is. You got those big tackles up front, and when anytime they're seeing double teams on those guys, these linebackers going to shoot through here and make plays.
Skeezy still in the building with us. Hopefully, Skeezy, you can get your audio corrected. All right, here we go. 2nd and 10. Goff out of the shotgun. Tight end in motion. Sack on golf. Golf is sacked. Flag is thrown too. Probably a holder. Holding on Detroit. All right, so the penalty is declined third down. You know, that's okay. Come on. You know what? See, and that was another pickup there. Okay, Gibbs was in pass protection. All right, here we go. Third and long. 3rd and 16 on the 15-yard line.
3 and out ain't good.
Over the middle. All right, so we're getting ready to punt the ball. But yeah, James, resend that. Or if you want, you can put it in the comment section now. You know, I don't think nobody really can do too much with your email. You know, but if you don't want to do it that way, put it just go to on Facebook Messenger and put it in my DM, and I'll definitely be gladly to bring you in. So here we go. We're getting ready to punt the ball. You know, it sounds like I hear you good and everything, not you, Skeezy.
Yeah.
Good punt.
That 3 and
you
out
sound
ain't
good
good
now.
though.
You say what now?
I said that 3 and out ain't good.
No, it's not. You know, it's okay, man. You know, we had a bad first series. Our defense is going to keep us in the game tonight. You know, it's going to be a good game, man. Once our offense get on point, you know, we'll be all right. Yep. So, that wasn't a good. It was definitely wasn't a good first drive on interception. Definitely wasn't a good second drive, but we'll be okay. We're definitely going to be. We definitely look like we missing Sam Laporte off the top. You know, we're definitely going to have to get the tight end involved because that's definitely is a big part of our game. You know, but we'll be all right, East Easy.
I'm seeing a little fear out there.
Say that again.
I'm seeing a little fear out there.
I won't say that, man. It's just they playing a little tight. You know what I mean? So I'll just say we have not warmed up yet. You know, it may take us a couple of our third possession. You know, but the defense looking good, man. So long as our defense can continue to play like how they've been playing, we'll be all right. You know, the offense is always going to be all right. You know, we'll always be able to get points. That's one thing about it. You know, the defense, they've been putting a little bit of pressure on Goff, but, you know, he'll be able to adjust. You know, we just got to adjust to what they're doing. That's all. You know, he's probably going to have to come out of that shotgun a lot, you know, because a lot of teams are probably going to be looking at what Minnesota defense tried to do. You know, Washington tried to do it last week, you know, but we were able to, you know, shut that down with a lot of the running. You know, so, but we'll be all right, man. We just got to get the running game involved, get yardage on that way. And then that way we'll be able to put Goff in short yardage situations on third downs. You know, but right now we just got to flip this field, man. We've started off with bad field position. So once we flip this field back, we'll be able to, you know, start running plays that we normally will run when we're not in bad field position. So that's what's going on right now. We're in bad field position. Yeah, man, but you know, we started off and I won't even blame that on Goff. The ball was tipped, you know, so that was a bad possession. And then this possession right there, we pretty much had bad possession. So, I mean, bad field position. So we're just trying to flip the field. Then we go back on defense. All right, pitch play to the running back, Saquon Barkley. Maybe a pickup about 4 or 5.
They're just continuing to go big over here. They get the defense to shift and then get the hook block on the outside over there. It is just a bit of if you're seeing this with your eyes,
No, that was the
we're gonna
first
try
down
and go
pickup.
there. We've seen it early on. They've gotten big with 6 offensive linemen. And
Okay, defense, come on.
So,
All right, so here we go. 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line. Fake to Barkley. Hurst to the tight end. Pick up an 8.
Dallas Goedert, team and career high with 7 touchdowns already this season.
yeah, he's had a huge year, and so is Jalen Hurts. I mean, let's face it, a guy 16 touchdowns, just 1 interception on the year. He understands.
Yeah, man, I see your coach did pretty
and
good.
He seems to be getting better. MVP of the Super Bowl a season ago, but for 1 fumble in the prior Super Bowl, he might have had 2.
I see your Bears did real good too, Tom. That was a good game to the end. All right, here we go. 2nd and 4 up the middle to Saquon Barkley. Maybe a pickup or 2. So it's going to be a 3rd and 2 coming up.
The offensive player of the year a year ago, Saquon Barkley, a 2,000-yard season. As you heard, Melissa, it hasn't been the same. Under 4 yards carry this year.
You know, and we need to hold him to that. We cannot let him have a big game. You know, especially when the quarterback is not really having a great season. You know, so we got to be able to contain Saquon Barkley to be able to win this game. So here we come. 3rd and 1 coming up. Up the middle. Didn't get it. Let's go. Stopped him right up the middle. There we go. That's what I'm talking about, defense. Stuffed them right up the middle.
Stopped on 3rd and 1.
Okay, so they putting the ball. That's what I'm talking about, defense. Now we just got to be able to flip this field back.
Double team, and he just absolutely held his ground in there against Landon Dickerson, who's one of the more powerful guards in the league.
That's what I'm talking about. You know, like I said, this defense will be able to keep us in the game. It's really, really, I said the offense is going to be able to keep us in the game, but the defense is definitely showing up right now, keeping us in the game. All right, we're going to start off at around the 10, 12-yard line. I put it in the comment section. Say congrats. All right, I'm gonna try to see and check that. You said the comment section where you know what that may have, if I was live, that may have been erased. I'm gonna go and see now. Hold on. I'm gonna go and see now if I can check. Hold on, I gotta re-put the game back on because that went out. Okay, I'm getting ready to check it now. You said the comment section of that show. Man, I'm trying to see what show was that. What show was that we did? I don't forget what show that actually was. I ain't even gonna lie. Yeah, so I'm getting, let me see. And I think I saw that show that we did. So I know it was one of my live shows. So I'm gonna go and check that right now.
We're back live where this team is facing their toughest opponent yet. And they game plan for this one. They're going with USPS ground advantage service.
I don't know if that was Thursday night football or not. But let me check and see. I'm gonna check and see if it was that show. That wasn't that show. Yeah, just do it that way. Just do it that way, James. Go over to Facebook. I'm Damon Jefferson over there on Facebook. You see, I put it on. Yeah, see, Thursday. Okay, I'm about to go and look. See, in the comment, when you do it in the live comments, that night it's erased. So if you would have did it, somehow they erased. See, because I just want to check the Thursday night comments. So I'm in here. I'm about to check. You know what? All right, here we go. The game is back on. But yeah, I'm going to check it again. But yeah, if you can, bro, please just go over to Facebook real quick. Put it in my DM. I can get it that way, and that way I can just bring you right on in because I've checked that way, and I don't think I think it was erased. All right, here we go. 2nd and 1. Gibbs in the backfield. Montgomery, I should say, got the first down. There we go. So we just got to pick up a first down, get a little bit of room, and we'll be all right. But yeah, James, I think on the live chat, it erases the comments after the show is over with. You know, unless you're, which I know you probably was watching it on YouTube, but when I'm using this StreamYard that I'm using, somehow it erased my live chat somehow. I don't know. I got to figure that out. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Back to Montgomery on the fake. First down, Montgomery. There we go. You know, in golf, man, he got to start getting rid of the ball kind of fast. You know what I mean? Teams know once they penetrate through that middle, he'll get that happy feet, and he tends to, get sacked a lot and throw a lot of picks. So but once that offensive line is keying in and picking up, and holding him up right, and he's seeing the blocks, he's pretty good at getting rid of the ball, and not taking the sacks. There we go. Another play to J-Mo. There we go. See, that's what J-Mo got to do. We got to go to him early too, like that. We can't just depend on him for bombs down the field.
So they're going to try and get underneath, and then you wrap around it here because what the Eagles like to do is they want to jump these routes underneath. See it happen there, and it opened up the middle.
See, and that's what they're trying to do. They definitely are trying to jump these routes. So here we go. We just got to keep this running game going. I didn't like that play. Gain of the yard.
Well, there's a lot to fear on the Detroit Lions.
Golf in the backfield, right?
The other part of this is
he should have gave it to Jameer on that one. But here we go. Second and 8. All right, golf out of the shotgun, which I said we're probably going to be running a lot of shotgun today. That Philly is probably going to be trying to blitz a lot. Here we go. Step up, golf. Get rid of it. And that's what golf got to do. If no one is open, get rid of the ball. Don't just throw that motherfucker up for grabs. 3rd and 8 coming up. Look like Dan Campbell's calling the plays again. So Johnny Morton is probably up top telling him what the defense is looking like so he can call plays down low. So here we go. Handoff up the middle. Didn't get it. Wow. Maybe a 2-yard pickup. All right, so here we go. So this is the decision. I would bring the punt team in. It's 4th and 8 coming up. I don't know what. Wow. We got Ratliff down. Look like he's holding his left leg. We're out of field goal. I'm not going to say that. Yeah, I would punt the ball. We already kind of somewhat flipped the field, so you punt the ball, put them back deep, and let the defense come out because the defense has been playing good all game long. Give me you guys' opinion. What do you think? In situations like this, this is when Dan Campbell, He has to play football. You have to punt the ball, give the defense a chance to continue playing good like how they've been playing. You know what I mean? Do not give Philly the ball in good field position, and that's what we got to do. You know what I mean? It's all good if we go for it and we make it, but if we don't, it's going to put them in great field position. So the defense has been playing great all game long. So you have to rely on your defense. We had a few first downs on this drive. We didn't get it. So you punt the ball. I think this is too deep for Bates to kick a field goal. So you don't want to give them good field position. So you punt the ball, put them deep, let them earn their drive. Don't give them good field position. Because excuse me, because so far, man, our defense, we've contained Hurst. We have not let him get outside of that pocket, and we only maybe let one or two, plays go that, that was contended. You know what I mean? So the defense is looking good. Offense just got to catch up now. Y'all got to excuse me. I'm still trying to adjust these headphones to my ears. Still a little swole over here on this side. Yeah, but man, like I said, sometimes you have to punt the ball in situations like this, especially in a game like this where it's important. You got to punt the ball. We've gotten and changed the field position. That's what it's going to be about, today. Like I said, they're probably going to have Goff coming out of a lot of the shotguns to prevent a lot of the pressure from these linebackers sacking. Here we go. 4th and 8. Look like we're going for it. We got 4 people watching. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Okay, so here we go. We are going for it. 4th and 8. Tight end in motion. Okay, so they were just trying to draw Philadelphia off of bounds. So we're getting ready to punt the ball. So that's what I said. In situations like this, you have to you can't give Philadelphia a good field position, especially when the defense is playing great. So we're getting ready to punt the ball.
Gibson's with a couple of teams this year. Philadelphia's primary return. Mentioned, Chris, it's not a night for long field goals. When you're doing those warm-ups, you get an idea of how far you can hit it from. You also get an idea of how reliable it is, how much of a gamble it is.
Definitely would have to start it outside.
All right, so we're getting ready to punt. And that's why I said punt. The defense been playing great, pinning them deep. Good punt, they put them at the 15-yard line. So there we go. So the defense getting ready to come out. I didn't think Dan was going to go for that. They tried to draw the defense off bound. Offsides. So, but sometimes you got to punt the ball, and that's what we had to do on that possession. You know what I mean? You can't go for everything. But I need for you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Tell me what you think about the game thus far. The defense has looked great. The offense has sputtered on its first 3 drives. But we'll be okay. The defense is keeping us in the game. So, they look a little, I'm not going to say a little nervous out there, but, we're definitely missing plays from Sam Laporta. I don't think we went to the tight end yet. We've had passes to St. Brown. We had passes to J-Mo. We have not really heard of okay, here we go. That was quick. So 4-yard pickup to Saquon.
I've heard a wide receiver ever complain about not getting the ball before, but I think bottom line, it's kind of enough. We've heard it a lot.
So yeah, man, we just got to we got to get this running game going, and we'll be okay.
There's no reason to do anything, but when you're in a public setting, say something positive about your teammate, say something positive about the other team, and when it's constantly
all right, here we go.
Up again and again, it becomes a distraction to the team, the quarterback, and then
Hand off to Saquon, nothing. Stuffed up the middle.
Saquon Barkley, who was stopped for a loss of a couple.
See, and that's what I said. Our linebackers have to be physical, and thus far they have. Campbell, Campbell was on the spot.
Defense responding here early on as we get towards the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, so far this has really become just a.
So this is pretty much going to be end of the first quarter. I don't think they're going to. We'll get another snap.
And they scored whatever 80 points the first.
Yep. So you guys give me your opinion. It's spelled DAMON JEFFERSON. Damon Jefferson. DAMON. So I'm getting ready to head over there now. You know what? Wow. I have to do it from here. Yeah, so once you put it in there, let me know and I'll head over there. I use my the computer and do it. But yeah, man, it's been a pretty entertaining first quarter. Jared Goff got a tip that led to, I believe, you know what that didn't, yeah, it led to 3 points. So for the most part, that interception that we had in the first quarter led to Philadelphia's 3 points. So therefore we're at a 3-0 game. We've had 3 drives, 2 punts, 1 interception. So we just need this this offense to catch up with the defense. I thought it was going to be the other way around. How's everybody's Sunday been going? Hopefully everybody team won. Like I said, this game right here is going to show the Lions pretty much where they're at in the NFC. Because to me, it's Super Bowl or bust. And this is a great chance to showcase our skills tonight. Even though we have a lot of key players that's out, on the defensive side, our main tight end is out, but it's next man up. No excuses. Philadelphia has players that's hurt too.
Final chance for 2025 tax deduction December 31st. Visit vehiclesforveterans.org.
Yep, James, but it's Damon Jefferson over on Facebook. When you do that, let me know. I'm going to go over there and I'm going to get it and check it, and then I'll be able to bring you on in. You know what? I don't know what. Yeah, let me install that.
Tonight's SNF sites are provided by Nationwide. That is the Philadelphia Mint, built in 1792, first national mint in the U.S. Making money, and right there this week on Wednesday, press the
X out of here. All right, there we go.
Philadelphia Mint.
All right, here we go.
Two begins with a third down for the Eagles, picked up their own 17.
3rd and 8 on their 15-yard line.
Simply the back, twisting rush.
Damn. Right there on the first down. Looked like they picked up that first down. What the hell?
3 of 8 in this one. Philadelphia will punt it away.
Okay, so they didn't get it. So they,
Is when you're playing against the,
okay, so that pass was incomplete. All right, so they're putting the ball. Okay, let's go, defense.
Take your shot, throwing the
My bad.
But this is a darn good running football team. And in my mind, they probably should get back to Jalen Hurts a little bit running the ball. It's going to set up Saquon Barkley.
All right, our defense definitely got to make some noise. We don't stop them three possessions in a row. All right, so we got great field position right here. We got to at least get a field goal out of here. We got a whole 14:47 left in the second quarter.
The magic of Motown on offense. For the last 3 seasons, over 30 again. Jameer Gibbs is taking that front role.
Yep, and that's who we got to get involved. We got to get Jameer on the road, getting going, getting rolling, and bang them out with Montgomery. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the
Detroit royalty.
40-yard line. Gibbs in the backfield. Gibbs up the middle. Gibbs for about 4. They said 6.
Barry Sanders' record would be extra special because Barry was his childhood idol, and he always watched Barry's highlights on YouTube. He said,
All right, 130 rushes, 698 yards this season on 9 touchdowns.
The rest of the season to try, and Barry told me he's wishing him the best of luck. And
all right, here we go. 2nd and 4. So he did pick up 6 on that. Right back to him. Cut back, maybe a pick up or 2.
97 continues to make plays for the Eagles among those on the tackle.
So what we're getting now are the safeties engaging late, coming down here to get that 8th guy down.
See, and that's what we want. We want them safeties to come down so we can open it up to J Mo across the middle. Exactly. See, and that's what I'm talking about. Commentators is with me. Come on. See, on that, we got to bring Montgomery in. That's okay, though. You come back with Montgomery. Come on, offensive line. We got to do a better job at blocking, but you got to come. You. This is big. We already done flipped the field. Now we're going for it. 4th and 1. Wow. Didn't get it. Should have came back with Montgomery. That's okay. We didn't get it. It's okay, we didn't get it. It's all right. All right, I'm getting ready. I'm going to head over here to Facebook and see if you put that in there. Okay, I don't see it yet. So, all right. So I went over there and checked it. I didn't see it yet. It's spelled D-A-M-O-N over on Facebook. Last name Jefferson. Testing. Hey, right here on the first down. Look like they picked up that first down. What the heck?
Up 8 in this one. Philadelphia will punch it on.
Okay, so they did get it. So they...
When you're playing against
Okay. All right, so we went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. That's going to put Philadelphia in great field position, but the defense has been playing pretty great all night. That's what Dan has been relying on, and I guarantee you that was a big decision, that he thought about if we didn't make it, on how good the defense been playing. But we got to be able to put points up behind this. You know what I mean? We've had the ball, I believe, 4 possessions and haven't not scored a field goal yet. So we have to be able to put points behind this defense, this great defense that we're playing. So here we come.
To the quarterfinals, Sal's going to face Easton High School. Said the last couple of weeks, that time of the year, if your team is still alive, good luck. It's exciting times for high school players. So the Lions offense, 4 possessions.
4 possessions, no points. It's okay. It's okay. You know, so look, defense, we need you one more possession on right here. First and 10 on the 50. Going deep. Double cover. Nothing. Yeah.
The advantage you have on offense is you determine when the ball is snapped.
See, those things that we have to be able to do with J-Mo on first down. We have to be able to open up that defense and threaten them deep with J-Mo. You know, he has too much speed for them not to be threatened with that. You know, but on situations like that, that should have been Montgomery going for that first down. Gibbs didn't make it on the third down. You should have came back with Montgomery, you know, on the fourth down, maybe with a play action. But here we go. 2nd and 10. Didn't get it. Let's go. Come on, Branch. All right, so here we go. 3rd and 10. You know, see, and this is what we got to do. We got to put up some points because Hurts is not playing like how Hurts played last year. You know, we got to be able to put some points up behind this good defense.
Really, Jalen Hurts on design runs, about 1 per game over the last 8-9 games, something like that. And so many times he was the one that started it because if he starts running,
all right, here we go. 3rd and 10.
So now Saquon breaks one in the open field. He goes for 60 instead of for 20.
Hurts out of the shotgun. We have put no pressure on them thus far. Didn't get it. Good defense. Good defense. Let's go. Punt the ball. Meek Robinson. Good defense, and Meek. So yeah, you know, that's why I said Dan, you know, has the luxury of going for them 4th down because how this defense is playing, you know. So hey, that's good defense.
The arm right there, I thought I saw that as well.
That's good defense.
But another,
You know, so here we go.
that now this Detroit
You know, we should have pretty decent or at least a chance to return this punt. You know, and Khalif Raymond is dangerous back there. Oh shit! We go for a kick. I'm gonna see in a few months today. That got me nervous.
Winds and the gusts still in the 35-mile-per-hour range at Philadelphia International Airport.
All right, here we go. We got a flag.
Pushing through.
Okay, flag on Philly.
Coming up here. Initial indication. It's kind of sort of
hard enough to catch a bunt anyway tonight.
Personal foul. Kicking team number 54.
Okay.
First down Lions.
so. And take it to the 36th penalty on Jeremiah Trotter Jr. We're back in 30 seconds after this. Make up the U.S.
James, let me know if you put it in there or not. I'm gonna head over to. I'm gonna go over to Facebook and check it real quick. And I don't see anything yet. So yeah, let me know when you win or if you put it in there. Yep. So, but yeah, you know, like I said, that's why Dan was able to go for it on that 4th down because how the defense was playing. You know, in certain situations you got to punt it. You know, but when your defense is playing great, like how we've been playing great, you know, sometimes you'll go for it. But we got to be able to put some points up on this drive right here. So here we go. We got the ball back.
Blowout loss to the Ravens.
So let's go. 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line. Decent field position. Up the middle of the Montgomery. There we go. Maybe about 3 or 4.
One of the things about playing the Philadelphia Eagles on defense is they have so much movement. You're going to see them jump at the snap of the ball. You'll see the defensive linemen slant all in one direction. You'll see the safeties.
All right, here we go. 2nd and 6. Goff out of the shotgun. You know, and I think that's what golf. We got to run them out of the shotgun a lot. Okay, going to our tight end. Good pickup.
It just makes them make decisions on the fly. And for the quarterback, he can point out who he thinks is going to blitz, and then all of a sudden they shift.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 2 coming up. You know, see, and we are in situations where we can run it or pass it. Golf out of the shotgun. 0 for 1 on 4th down. Oh my God, come on. Come on, St. Brown. These are passes that he normally catch. You know, ball incompleted to St. Brown. Those are passes he normally catch. You know, and we're probably getting ready to punt the ball. We got to punt the ball. St. Brown, that's okay. He'll redeem himself. You know, it was a little bit behind him, too. It was. Yeah, it was behind him. That was on golf. So we're getting ready to punt the ball. Wow, we faked the ball and didn't get it. Wow. That caught me off guard. I'm looking down and didn't even see that. Fake punt and they stopped it. I didn't see it. Here we go. They called that up. You know, so yeah, man, you know, fake punt, we didn't get it. Giving the Eagles a great field position. They look like they may be already in field goal position. Okay, I just sent a message to your Facebook. Okay, I'm getting ready to go over there and check now. Okay, I see it. Okay, I said, Mr. Dame D, this will be a big test for the Detroit to play the best in the NFC this game. We'll determine if Detroit can be a playoff. That's what I said so far by reading playoff contender onto a Super Bowl contender, because personally I'm pulling for Detroit 100%, but I just don't trust Jared Goff, keeping it real. Okay, I just don't trust Goff keeping it real with you, because Jared Goff bends and folds like Lamar Jackson. I wish you the best, and I hope this game go our way. I don't believe in good luck, but I believe in playing hard. For sure. And thanks, bro. Thanks. You don't even accept it. I appreciate it. Send me your email, man, so I can bring you in. Send me your email now since I got you on Messenger. I'm definitely gonna bring you in. So yeah, definitely like the message, man. Hopefully we pull this game out. You know, right now this offense is looking stagnant. You know, we're going for it on 4th downs, fake punts and shit, not getting it. You know, but somehow something is gonna break. You know, because the defense is playing too good. You know, so hopefully the offense catch up with the goddamn defense. But yeah, James, man, you know, I'm the same way with Jared Goff, but you know, you got to roll with Rush. Yep, I need for you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Tell me what you think so far of this game. You know, tell me what you think about these fake punts and, you know, going for it. You know, I believe we went for it twice. You know, but so right now we're getting ready to put our defense in a little bit of jam, you know, but you know, if we can hold them to 3 points, because I think they may already be in field goal range, if I'm not mistaken, depending on where they get this ball on. Okay, no, they're not in field goal range, so we can shut them. Oh my God, come on. Yeah. All right, Barkley for about 8 yards. Come on, defense. See, and this is what we don't need.
It was interesting, though, talking about the fake punt. It was the starting defense that was out there. think that Dan Campbell's fooling anybody anymore when he's going for it on fourth down. But now we're seeing the Eagles coming back to their bread and butter a little bit, running the football.
All right, we cannot get the Eagles offense no confidence. Come on, defense. So here we go. 2nd and 2. Up the middle to St. Croix. First down.
It's the marker. It's first down. Back to Melissa on Mr. Barkley. We'll get back to Melissa momentarily.
All right, 1st and 10. Come on, defense. This defense, so far has been keeping us in the game. We've had the ball, I believe, 4 possessions, and punted it every time. Got an interception on one, fake punt on another. But here we go. 1st and 10 from the 40. Oh, incomplete. So we got a 3rd and 10 coming up. We need to put a little bit more pressure on this boy. We need a turnover. We need a turnover. We need a pick. Let's get this pick.
When you come off a season like he had, Super Bowl winner, offensive player of the year, defenses know you're a weapon and use all their resources to stop you. And Barry was quick to admit he doesn't know what it's like to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, man. See, and this is the thing, and defenses know this, James. When you get pressure to Jared Goff, especially coming up that middle, he'll get happy feet, and he tends to break. I agree with you on that. Come on, defense, let's go. Let's go. See, and the defense is keeping us in this game. This is going to be a long field goal where they're going to go for it. But yeah, man, and that's why our offensive line is so important to what we're doing, to what we're doing. That's good defense. That was like a loss to 34. Oh, they're going for it. Come on, they're going for it. 3rd and 11. They're going for it. Didn't get it. Oh my God. Hell no. That was some bullshit. He should have been down. Oh my God. Hold on. We gotta look at that. Wow. Oh, he down. Bring that bitch back. Bring that bitch back.
Yeah, the question is, where was that run finished?
After replay assist, ball carrier was down at the 21-yard line. It is still a first down. Still a first down.
Oh, shit. First down. We got to hold them to 3.
It's exactly what I'm talking about. When you have an ability to run from the quarterback position, that's a standard play. You bring the center, Cam Jurgens around. But now you've got him running, and you talk to defensive coordinator.
You know what? And I'm gonna go ahead and say this: our defense is playing great. Our offense will catch up. We're gonna hold them to 3 on this possession. We need a turnover.
Defensive line in there,
because that's where their points came from that intercept, from that turnover off that interception. So, we just got to even it up, get that, get a turnover, get the ball back, hold them to 3 on this possession, and we'll be good.
Philadelphia Eagles in all likelihood are going to win their division, right? You don't want to get your quarterback and Super Bowl MVP hurt.
All right, here we go. 2nd and 7 on the 20-yard line.
Needs a little jump start, a little jerk right now.
Hurts in the shotgun. Good defense. Let's go. Lost the 4. See, look, this defense is playing great. Let's go, Alonso. Let's go. What I'm saying? That's why I say we all right. This offense is going to we going to catch on. If this defense can just hold steady, until we catch up, we're going to be all right. We get the ball back at half too. All right, here we go. 3rd and long, 3rd and 15. Come on. Let's get a pick. We need a pick. All right, here we go. We'll hold them to this 3. Bring that unit out. Bring that field goal unit out. Listen, our offense is sputtering, but once our offense catch up, listen, this second half, they keeping offense out there. Okay, let's go. If we can hold them, if this defense hold them, stop them right here, we're going to win this game. Because they're trying to kill us right here on this one. Let's hold them, defense. Don't go off sides. They trying to draw us. They trying to draw us. They trying to draw us. They trying to draw us offside. Y'all better kick that motherfucking field goal. They better kick that motherfucking field goal. Quit playing that defense out there.
As always, Mike Trout.
Yeah, this may be a low-scoring game. You know, this first half, man, our offense is not catching on. But you know, we get the ball back at halftime. It looked like we getting ready to get the ball back now. If we can go on ahead and put some points on the board, you know, we'll be okay. You know, but who would have thought 0-3? There's been a defensive game.
I think it's the right choice given what we've seen out of these offenses in these conditions.
All right, they're going for the 34-yard field goal. Field goal is good. You know, when the defense did their job, we did what we had to do. You know, so far it looked like it's going to be a low-scoring game, James. You know, but like I said, we getting ready to get the ball back. I believe it's still 6:02 left in the second quarter. So, you know, we still have a chance to put up, you know, a few more points. You know, if our offense can go ahead and quit fucking playing. Yeah, but I need for you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. You know, don't let James be the only one commenting, you know, interacting with me, you know, on tonight's game. You know, it's a great matchup, you know, and James said it. You know, this game right here will let us know, you know, where we match up amongst the league's backs in the NFC, I should say. You know, and so far our defense is matching up great. You know, it's just our offense. You know, we've had the ball 5 possessions now. You know, and I believe this may be our 6th possession. We haven't scored a goddamn field goal. You know, so that's letting you know, man, our defense, we right there. You know, we right there. You know, so we'll be all right. You know, I got faith. I'm going to be honest. You know, the way the defense is looking, I know this offense is going to catch up. You know, and something is telling me, normally I'll be a little nervous, you know, about this, but I'm not, you know, so something is telling me that this offense is going to, you know, come alive, you know, maybe before the second half, you know, maybe on this drive right here, and we need a good drive right here, you know, and we get the ball back at halftime. It'll be a whole different ball game. You know, we've held them, I believe they had maybe 3 to 4 possessions, maybe in the red zone, and well, I'll say at least 2. They've had at least 4 possessions on our side of the field. You know, and they've only come up with 2 field goals. I think they missed 1, maybe. You know, and we made a few questionable calls. You know, if we were going to go for it on that 4th down on that we were going to punt, just run a motherfucking offensive play. You know what I mean? You know, but here we go. Hopefully we can get something going on this possession right here and turn it around. James said it's going to be a low-scoring game. That's where it looked like it. You know, but our offense, we normally open up in the 4th quarter too.
Great venues in the Philadelphia sports area. All right, so the wind is blowing, so they need to bring out a holder. It's going to be Ray Man, who's the punter, which means it's that rare legal play where 12 players are on the field. Man will run to the sideline after the kick by Elliott. It's hard to feel, but it's brought in the 5 by Khalif Raymond. That's 26.
All right, here we go. So it's like 6 minutes still left in the first first half. So hey, we can get a drive going and at least get 3 points. We'll be okay.
So good the end of last year, continuing on through this year because of these names. A lot of the draft, like Hunt.
You sent another email? Let me see. I got your first email. I read that one already. All right, here we go. 1st and 10.
Really good.
What the fuck, Golf, take your time. He got people open. Yeah, James, I got your first email. I don't know if you sent another one.
Here's that bigger body. They've got a bunch of guys, Nolan Smith, Josh Uche,
Golf need to calm down.
but he has added, Phillips has added that big edge player that can stop the run and get after the quarterback.
2nd and 10
It's a great deal.
from the 25-yard line. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go, Tesla. There we go. Oh, that was St. Brown. That looked like Tesla.
Short motion with Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Okay, I'm in Rock. See, that's what we need, man. James, let me know if you. Okay, same email. Yeah, I got that email. I read it off, man. I agree with you. Hopefully we get over that hump. This will be a test to let us know how we match up in the NFC. I said that earlier. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. We got to get something off this drive. Gibbs in the backfield. Fake to Gibbs. There we go. Over the middle to J-Mo. Touchdown, baby. Touchdown, J-Mo. We making that bitch. Listen, I told y'all. This defense is keeping us in the game. Let's go. Let's see this touchdown again. And I said once Golf calmed down, he need to calm down. J-Mo over the middle. You can't keep up with him. They can't keep up with him. They fastest DB out there. That's what we got to do. Let's go, Lions. Let me go down here, man. Let me go down here. Y'all don't hear me. Let's go.
It's a 15-yard penalty on the PAT. And that's a big story on a night like this because it becomes.
That's okay. J-Mo, let's go, baby. We back in it. I told y'all. I said this defense is playing good. The defense is looking good, man. It's only a matter of time before this offense catch up. James Sanders said, why they don't like brothers celebrate after a score? I don't know, man. They be hating, but field goal after point is no good. What the fuck? All right, the point after is no good, because of this. We were penalized because of the celebration. I don't know why they penalized J-Mo. We always celebrate. I thought we can celebrate.
All these kickers were kicking and they understood.
It's all good though. Look, this defense, as long as this defense is playing good, the offense will catch up.
35 miles per hour gusts.
And Jay said, why they don't like brothers celebrating after a score, man. I don't know, man. I don't know what that was about. He must have did something, other than flips. I'm looking at the screen, looking up and down, so I didn't see what happened.
Celebration.
Yeah, it's you can't do that. This is a close game. You're playing for first place.
Okay, yeah, and it is windy out there too.
But you're on the road, you got a chance to take the lead, and you just gave away a point. So
Yeah.
now instead of leading your time, and immaturity has been a part of Jameson Williams. It just has been, and you can't do stuff like that.
No, I agree 100%, man. You can't. But we are back in the game. It's still 5 minutes left. We may put up another score before the second half. So pretty much Philadelphia, We got them where we want them. The defense now they're getting you getting ready to see a lot of running from them because now they probably want to get out of this half. So hopefully we get all three of our timeouts. We still got all three of our timeouts, so we just need to play some good defense, and we'll probably get the ball back. Yeah, so here we go. Here we go. I need you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It helps the channel grow. Make sure you share so other people can see the broadcast. And if you're not a subscriber to the channel, please hit that subscription.
It sets that stuff up.
And when you bring in extra offensive linemen and convinces the players on defense, oh, they really are going to run this one. Then you come in. But Jameson Williams has proven now that he can make big plays. And a lot of times you think of speedsters like him.
Hey, look, you take that interception back, and that points that they get off of that, we would be up 6-0. It would be a swing situation. You know what I mean? And we didn't capitalize on a lot of things that we didn't capitalize. But here come that defense. Let's go. Let's go, defense.
Okay. And if we ever got back to some of the RPO stuff, because we've already seen now that
okay, they plan to hurry up. So yeah, look, let's get a turnover. I feel a pick coming. Come on, Branch. On that first down. Come on, Branch. Let's go. It's okay.
Branch gave him a shot. He is one tremendous player, but he gets around the line of scrimmage.
All right, come on. 1st and 10. 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line. Philly out of the shotgun, hand up the middle to Hurts. To Barkley, I should say. Maybe 3 yards.
So, Mike, here's what they've done forever, with this offense. Is
gain of 5 on that.
You can fake. A lot of times the back
2nd and 5 getting ready to come up.
That way. But then what happens is that backside gets frozen. And so then when you
2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun. Both teams been running a lot of shotgun. All right, open. Come on, defense.
16th target of the year. Third receiver is first down. Best looking Eagles drive tonight so far.
Yeah, there's always a third receiver, right, on the Eagles.
1st and 10.
He doesn't always get the ball very much because Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown have been so
1st and 10 on the 40-yard line. And fake up the middle. Oh, I thought it was a fumble. And I thought that was that fumble, that break we needed. Okay, we're getting close. We're getting close to that break. We're getting close to that break. Oh, that was a fumble.
This edge player out here on the side, but honestly, they haven't done it very much lately.
It's okay. We're getting close. Come on. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Approaching a 2-minute warning. Detroit gets the ball to start the second half.
Hand up off the middle. Come on, defense. Pick up about 14. Come on, defense. All right, that's okay.
This is the Philadelphia Eagles we used to see a season ago. Some of those corners and pulling line.
This will take us to the 2-minute warning. It's okay. All right, 2-minute warning. Defense been looking good all night. We finally get on the board. Tie ball game, 6-all. Which we should be up 6-7, but we missed the extra point due to the we were penalized on the kickoff from what J-Mo did on the celebration. But I need you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Leave your comments. I would love to know what you guys think about tonight's matchup. Like I said, we've been having a rough first half on offense. The defense has been keeping us in the game. It's a tie game. Hopefully we can hold them to 3. I'm feeling the turnover coming up soon. But we do get the ball back at half. We just need to hold them to to a field goal. And we may still even get the ball back this second half. I believe we still have all 3 of our timeouts, so we're in good position. We're not in panic mode. We matched them up. We scored the first touchdown. We were able to hold them to, I believe, 2 field goals. So yeah, we're in good shape, man. We're good. We good. We haven't even opened up the offense yet. But we came out looking a little shaky. That's all right. But we'll be okay. We'll be able to rebound from this first half, slow everything down, get this running game back on course, because that's what we've gotten away from. Second half, we need to come on out and ground and pound. So, yeah, when the second half come up, I am going to take a little intermission, give me something to eat. But it's been a great defensive first half. I would have thought our offense would have put up a little bit more points. I called the game. I said 20. I believe I said 27. No, 24 to 17 is what I said the game is going to be. So thus far, both defenses have put up pretty good games. Let me know what you guys think of this first half game. It's definitely been a defensive game. James said he thinks it's going to be a low scoring game. Thus far, it is. Yeah. This second half, I think Dan probably have to do a better job. James Sanders said Eagles are getting hot. Lions have to stay hot. This score should be Lions 20, Eagles 6. Yeah, I agree. We've had 6 possessions. But it's okay, man. If we can hold them to a field goal, or maybe get a stop right here, get the ball back at half, we'll be okay. These some long-ass commercials. Yeah, but we'll be okay, James. Hopefully, James, man, send me your email, man. I would love to bring you in on the second half. You come on in and chop it up with your boy. Which I hopefully I got a few people. East Keys is gonna be coming back in. Hopefully, Q Nitty, and Big Hen is gonna be joining us. But I would love for you to come on in, man. We be able to chop it up, talk about your coach, man. It was some good games around the league today. We definitely gonna talk about that too. Okay, here we go.
On the road with us here this week.
1st and 10 on the 25-yard line. Handoff. Maybe 3 yards.
16-yard line. Back-to-back good runs. 7 there for the former Jaguar third-round pick.
So, yeah, we're going to see what they're going to do. We still got all 3 of our timeouts. There's 1:43 left. Philadelphia is probably going to try to run this clock out.
If they're going to do that, then Philadelphia is not going to stop running, especially when you consider they don't have their top pass blocker in Lane Johnson up front. So
2nd and 3.
anytime you have a team running on you like this, generally it means they could be coming down pretty soon, and there it is right now.
All right, 2nd and 3 coming up. Fake screen. That's the first down. All right, they picked up the first down.
He can stop it. You got one of the great, powerful receivers. Catch and run. Good luck trying to tackle him. That's the Philadelphia Eagles offense we haven't been seeing.
To update the stats, that was the 8th target for Brown. 6 catches.
All right, come on. We need a turnover. We need a pick. They probably getting ready to come back with a running play.
Targeted play in this first half. Eagles trying to take the lead.
That's some bullshit. That wasn't even no touchdown. It's all right. So, okay, that's some bullshit. See, this is the shit that I'm talking about. But it looked like he was down. Yeah, he down.
Shin down.
Was it down? I'm not sure it ever actually hit the ground.
Just thinking about it. It's shoot to the knee. Terry McCauley, you're watching it with us.
Yeah, so far, it doesn't look clear and obvious to me that the shin does touch. It may, we may have another look, but so far, in the looks we've seen, not clear and obvious to reverse.
All right. So
There's some bullshit. That's okay. We get the ball back at half.
take a look.
Yeah, that's okay. Defense, we let our first touchdown of the game. Philadelphia, I should say, scored their first touchdown of the game. It's all right. We let one go. We get the ball back. Second half, we just got to adjust, and we'll be okay. Yeah, man. It's definitely hurting our offense. And Laporta is going to be out. He's on injured reserve. So he's going to be out for the. My bad. Excuse me. He's going to be out for the next 4 games. Once you go on injured reserve, you have to sit out. Yeah, I'm coming back after intermission. Yes, I am, James. Yep. Go grab me something to eat real quick, and I'll be back. But yeah, he's on. That's gonna be big. But we just got to get our other tight end. He's definitely, not Sam Laporta, but he's a good tight end. So we just have to get him a little bit more involved, in the game, and we'll be okay. Yeah, we'll be all right. I just hate they scored that late in the half. But for the most part, man, our defense been looking good pretty much the whole game. We pretty much just allowed them to score a touchdown. Held them to 2 field goals in the first half. Okay, so he did not score, so he was short. All right, so here we go.
22 seconds, and now the Eagles have come out. We're in tush-push territory.
So they're about to do this tush-push bullshit.
Still with timeouts. And a couple of opportunities to pound it in.
All right, they got the touchdown now. Yeah, I'm definitely coming back after intermission, getting ready to get me something to eat real quick.
The perfect words for it. You get down low, and then he does. He surfs over the top of those guys. And obviously, what you worry about are those linebackers flying across the top.
Sure.
But you never really.
Sorry, we get the ball back at half. It's going to be a different second half.
Push and push.
Our offense looked horrible. We had 6 possessions. This would probably make the 7th possession coming up, but we're probably just going to take a knee and go into half with down 6-13.
Philadelphia gets its first touchdown. Takes a 7-point lead. We're back in 30 seconds.
Yeah, so that's what's up. I'm getting ready, like I said, I'm getting ready to take me a little break, grab something to eat. Definitely going to be back after intermission. Hopefully you guys have been entertained. We'll be okay. Our defense let up at the end of the second half. We get the ball back halftime. We need to come down, score, tie this game back up, and just go from there. We'll be okay. Because thus far, Philadelphia really has not scared me. They've only looked good really on this last drive that they had, this last touchdown drive that they had. Other than that, our defense pretty much shut them out. Here we go. So it's 12 seconds left
16 seconds left.
in the first half.
Detroit gets the ball to start the second half. The Lions were one of the two NFC teams. The only ones on the Eagles schedule to go 4
All right, sorry about that, y'all. Like I said,
in
they're
the game. When the
still trying to adjust.
conversation was had at the
Face still a little swollen.
I don't know if you would expect anything else out of Dan Campbell. It's our job to stop. I gotta respect.
In this game, it's close. It should be a lot closer than what it is. The defense played good. We had a few questionable calls. We went for it on the punt that we should have punted. We were stopped on. We had an interception, and then we punted the ball like 3 times. All right, there we go. So look, I'm going to go in and take intermission, and I will be back after the intermission. So hopefully you guys continue to tune in and watch the show. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and share. It's going to be a good second half shootout. So I'll be back in a second. So I'll see you guys at intermission.
Defense doing a hell of a job. We took a couple of risks there. It didn't work out. The team knew that could happen, but we're playing good. We found a little rhythm there offensively. We get the ball second half. So I like where we're going right now.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, thanks.
All right. So he told you they get the ball, so takes my line away. You should just throw it to Maria. Here's Maria Taylor with the turn at halftime. Go ahead, Maria.
Appreciate it, Mike. Well, coming up on my favorite time.
gotta think right now. Everybody talks about lunch, you say your things and all of that. I think their preparation, they this situation of football, and then when you do it in games over and over again, you build this confidence, and this team has that right now.
It starts with their defense. Their defense is fantastic. They get to the quarterback like nobody. So that's their calling card. But offensively, even if they flop around for a while, they find a way. Bo Nix actually played well throughout this game, but he was at his best in the fourth quarter, which is what he's done all year long. And you said it. When you do it before, you kind of summon that up in these big moments again. For them to not beat the Chiefs in this game, where the Chiefs needed it so badly, it was a big win for the Broncos.
And it's so interesting to see Bo Nix basically out dueling Patrick Mahomes in the fourth quarter. We're so used to one-score games going to the Chiefs. They were 12-0 last season in those games. This season, 0-5. Okay, the difference is what?
That aura is gone. Last year in the Super Bowl, the way the Eagles beat them, I think the rest of the league said, what are we so afraid of? We just got to go win, and now you're seeing teams do that.
But it's more than just last year. It's the last 9 years.
Yeah.
These guys have been doing this for a decade, and this year it's just different. And I thought it was going to change, but they got Rashee Rice back, and they got their weapons. I thought they were going to get on a roll. But a clunker a couple weeks ago against Buffalo, and then in a game that they needed, where they needed their offense to show up, they weren't able to do it.
All right, let's take a look at the AFC playoff picture. Right now, the Chiefs are at 9th place, sitting right outside that picture. And they've also lost to 4 of the 8 teams that are sitting ahead of them. The Broncos, Bills, Chargers, and Jaguars. And remember, they won the AFC West title for the last 9 seasons. That's since 2016.
Maria, I'm still betting on it.
Okay. Aaron Rodgers, if he hurt his left wrist in the second quarter, he wanted to return, but the team wouldn't let him. Some reports say they fear a slight fracture. He will have imaging tomorrow, and Mike Florio will have the latest on Pro Football Talk, so make sure that you tune in. All right, coming up next, Josh Allen's video game watch the performance today against Tampa Bay. But first, Toyota's all in all season, rewarding select fans every Sunday night game. Make your prediction of the second half play at toyota.com/NFL for a chance to win.
Psoriatic arthritis, morning skin, sore, swollen, and stiff joints. Now, with Bimzelx, I'm back. Less joint pain and stiffness. Less fatigue. And for some, Bimzelx can deliver 0 swollen joints.
Serious side effects like suicidal thoughts and behavior, infections, and lower ability to fight them, liver problems, and inflammatory bowel disease have occurred. Tell your doctor if these happen or worsen, or fevers, chills, muscle aches, or cough occur, or you've had a vaccine or plan to. Before starting, get checked for infections, tuberculosis, and liver problems.
Start to say I'm back to less joint pain and stiffness with Bimzelx.
Ask your doctor about Bimzelx. Let's go places. There's no place like Buffet.
How much does you rate?
And this way, we're taking you inside the every conclusion. Every morning, wake up with us and be changed for good. Still saying what you thought today, starting tomorrow.
It's an AFC North rivalry between the Bengals and the Ravens. And along with our traditional coverage on NBC, the EA Sports Madden NFL Pass is streaming exclusively on Peacock. And aimed at all the video games, the movies out there, blending elements from the game, the traffic, trees, and everything.
What up, though? Good, what's good, y'all? Y'all called me an intermission. I was trying to eat. What's good? I'm glad everybody joined the chat. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I see it's a Ray. Yes, it is a Ray. Thank you for everybody coming over, checking out the games. It's Philadelphia. Hopefully, we're about to have a great second half. Give me your opinion. Give me your thoughts. What you guys think on this first half? Yeah, I definitely don't rate it the show. You know, it's a good turnout, but let me make sure that, give me your thoughts on today's game. Go Lions. Susan said go Lions. M. Cap said go Birds. Okay. So I see we got a split audience. I'm sending love from the 313. That's what's up. The 616 Grand Rapids. Okay. Okay, good luck. Yeah, hopefully we get that win. Hopefully Jared Goff do his thing the second half. Like I said, the defense kept us in the game pretty much the first half. We allowed them to score that late touchdown. But other than that, the defense has been a pretty good defensive game. You guys got to excuse me. I was eating. But yeah, here, let me get the game back on, make sure I'm not missing the game. So give me 1 second, guys. Just trying to make sure that that I'm back in here. Hopefully you guys see me. Hopefully everybody is still in there. That was a nice little raid you guys did. So just give me 1 second. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not missing the game yet. Evan said I picked the Birds, but as a Fins fan, I don't care. Okay. Okay, so we had a commercial. So yeah, I'm back. You guys caught me off guard. I saw that everybody jumped in the live real quick, and I didn't want to miss out on that. Make sure you guys hit that comment section, hit that comment button. Your boy's trying to grow over here. I don't know what that was about, but that was crazy. I don't think I saw that many people here at once. We had over a few hundred people in there, a second ago. But we are back. We are live, waiting on the second half to start up. Give me your thoughts on the first half, what you guys thought. But I'm gonna finish my food up real quick. I just want to jump in. I saw the crowd was in there, and I'm like, what the hell was going on? Okay, well, Fred just made a comment. Do your thing, man, for sure. Thanks for your comment, Fred. Give me your thoughts on this first half, man. How do you think them Lions look? How do you think them Eagles look? Our offense, we sputtered that first half, but I think the second half, we're gonna have a great second half. So let me make sure this game has not started. Okay, so yeah, give me you guys a thought. What do you think on first half? What type of half you think the Lions are going to have? Do you think Philadelphia will be able to maintain what they did in the first half? Give me 1 second.
Powered by AWS, the quarterback comparison that you see there, the one interception by Goff turning into the field goal.
And that's what's hurt. That's what hurt us. And pretty much that's been a difference maker of the game is that interception and that point that they get off of turnovers. But we'll be able to adjust. We come down this first quarter. I mean, this second half, this first drive, and have a good first drive of the second half. We'll be okay. Put some points up on the board this first drive. Fred said, "Yeah, it wasn't the best first half, but we have the weapons too. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go." I agree with you, Fred. Sorry about that. I've been sipping a little bit, so I was eating before I saw that little storm come in. But we got a few people here watching. I need for you guys to like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed. The second half is getting ready to start off. 13-6, I believe. We missed the extra point. It should be 13-7, but I think we'll have a great second half. I think we'll turn the second half around. We saw what Philadelphia brought that first half. And I wasn't surprised. Okay, here we go. Starting the second half off. Goff out of the shotgun from the 25-yard line, I should say. Up to Gibbs. Here we go. Yeah, see, and that's what we got to do. We're going to be playing a lot of, and both teams have been playing a lot out of the shotgun, and that's what we need to do, because teams, like I said, they're going to be trying to take plays coming out of Minnesota, how they played us with the linebackers. So we're going to have to, Goff is going to have to keep him upright. He's going to be coming out of that shotgun a lot. Fred Bagman said Danny won't let this stand for the second half. I agree. So here we go. Goff off the shotgun, fake up the middle to Gibbs. Gibbs with the ball. Gibbs another pickup, another first down. There we go. So we'll be, like I said, we'll be all right. It's really the first half, it was the offense. But once this offense pick up and they gel with that defense, it'll be a whole different second half than what we saw that first half.
When they started throwing it on early downs, and I think we're just going to see them stay with it. Now the question comes in: how long can they hold on with this pass protection?
I mean, our pass protection has been great. We just need to keep Jared Goff upright. We'll be all right. Like Danny said, this second half will be a lot different. Up the middle to Gibbs. And that's what we got. We have to continue to try to run the ball. Therefore, we keep that secondary honest. Michael said, "Hey, from New Mexico, what up, though? Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Go Steelers. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Steelers had a good game. That was a good game from the Steelers today. When you guys come in, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're already not subscribed to the channel. But this is going to be a whole different second half. You got the Lions second and 9 coming up. Goff out of the shotgun. Jahmyr Gibbs in the backfield. Tight end in motion. Pass to the tight end. Come on, let's go. Let's go. And like I said, we have a pretty good tight end. He's not as fast as Sam Laporta, but he's just as good. Frank Berman said for sure the run game sets up this O, and the O line is the core of the team. I agree 100%. So we got to continue to run the ball to be able to open the ball up downfield to J-Mo. J-Mo had a pretty decent first half. I think we need to go to him a little bit more this second half. But we have to open the game up with the running ball. I mean, with the running game. With running the ball, I should say. Come on, Goff, slow down. And this is what Goff. Look, he's missed a few plays to St. Brown that he normally would have. St. Brown don't miss too many plays. Goff is he got happy feet a little bit. He has good protection. I got to see. Yeah, so he was getting rushed. So he was rushed on that one. But, calm down, slow it down a little bit, because St. Brown should have had that. But here we go. 3rd and, 4th and 8. And we're going for it. Wow, what the fuck? Listen, I'm so in tune to watching this game. I didn't even realize that it was 4th down he was going for. Dan got to start kicking this ball. Who was that? J-Mo? Yeah, see, and that was J-Mo. That was a little bit of golf ball. That ball was low, but J-Mo, you got to catch them balls. And I said this, man. J-Mo he tends to drop the ball a lot. You know what I mean? Fred Bergman said J-Mo and St. Brown both need to have it. I agree, man. You guys, give me your opinion. You guys, is Coach is Dan Campbell making good decisions on keep going for it on these 4th downs, and we're not making it? I understand that we've been pretty good. He's been good most of the times at making these 4th downs, but today is not a day. To be going for these 4th downs, and we're not making it. You know what I mean? We're giving Philadelphia great field position. You know what I mean? That drive started off good, and it sputtered out. So the last thing we need to be doing is going for it on 4th downs, especially if we're already having troubles making it on 3rd down. So I'm a little bit behind. I didn't even realize that was 4th down that we were going for. But yeah, let me know. Do you think Dan needs to punt the ball? You know what I mean? It's kind of putting our defense in a fucked up situation, like the situation that we had before halftime, where they were able to come down and score that touchdown. So the defense can only hold so long. We have to be able to put numbers up on that board. We're still in the ball game. It's still a good game. We still have a whole second half, but sometimes, Dan, you got to be able to punt that ball. Swallow your pride, man, and kick the ball. You know, but Fred, man, are you subscribed to the channel? If not, make sure you hit that subscribe button. You know, in the offensive line, been somewhat holding, keeping Jared Goff upright. He's been a little bit, you know, rushing balls, throwing balls a little bit low. J-Mo should have had that ball. You know, there was a few balls like that he threw to St. Brown that St. Brown should have normally would catch, but you know, one of the balls was behind him, and one of the balls was low. So Jared just got to slow down. We just got to slow down the offense a little bit, you know. But we'll be okay. Fred said I don't want to doubt Dan, but I agree that sometimes he has he's a bit aggressive. Yeah, I agree 100% of the time. You know, well today he's been a bit aggressive on fourth downs. You know, where we should have punted the ball, put Philadelphia deep, and play defense. Our defense been playing great. So, you know, when the defense is playing great, you know, and that's what he's relying on too, you know, but that's still putting the defense in a fucked up situation. You know, when we keep giving them the ball and they're having great field position, you know what I mean? So, you know, we'll be okay. You know, this defense, like I said, they've been keeping us in the game. Hopefully we can get the ball back, and we need a turnover. You know, we need a turnover too. We have not gotten a turnover yet this game, so hopefully we can get a turnover. Here we go. All right, 1st and 10, Eagles on the 35-yard line. Up the middle. James Sanders said he needs to slow down. There's plenty of time. He's too anxious, and I agree. He could blow this game. I agree. He needs to slow down a lot. You know, he's throwing the ball low, and then sometimes he's throwing behind. He's rushing the ball. Put it that way. Thanks for the sub, Fred. You know, here we go. 2nd and 10. Up the middle to Saquon. Maybe. Wow. A pickup about 3 with that push. So we got 3rd and 1 coming up.
With the Philadelphia Eagles offensive line, when they get it going.
You know, and like I said earlier in the first half, the Philadelphia offense have not really scared me at all. You know, it's just our offense. Our offense have not picked it up. You know, our defense has been keeping us in the game. You know, here they go with this tush push bullshit. Wow. You know what? And I think that was on the offense too. There we go. Yes, let's go. Yeah, there we go. 3rd down. Now, come on, let's play some defense. Yeah, he did pat the ball. Right, I agree. Yeah. Hell yeah, that's the right call.
Stand in the neutral zone, the offense can move, and then it would be on the defense. Interesting. Right. Yeah, this looks like it is. That last shot, that's a neutral zone infraction.
How is that a neutral zone infraction when he's moving his arm? All right, let's go. 3rd and 5. Come on, defense. That's a holding. Call the damn holding. Incomplete. It should be a holding. Let's go, defense. Hey, let's go, Alex. You know, that's a good no call because it should have been a holding penalty. Man. He just dropped that play, but yeah, man. And listen, that should have been a holding penalty on Philadelphia. But we're getting ready to get the ball back. This offense needs to settle down. Jared Goff needs to settle down, and we'll be okay. Let's get this running game going. Fred Bergman said Aiden is looking good so far. Secondary is playing well so far. I agree.
That they've either faked a kick or gone for it on 4th down or whatever the case. And this Lions defense has just backed them up all night. This is
We have, we got to put some points up. I've been saying that the defense, has kept us in this game. It's been an offense. So we need to put up some numbers. All right, so here we go. Yeah, like I said, and Fred even said, the defense is looking good. Hayden looking good. Secondary, has been playing well so far, and they have. We haven't been getting no pass interferences calls. Normally like how we do. When I forget what's his name when he's back there. But yeah, man, the defense has been definitely keeping us in the game. We need to get this offense going. And we'll be okay. But you guys, give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts on this offense. Do you think most of these calls has been coming from Dan, or do you think it's a combination of Dan and Johnny Morton? Do you think Johnny's letting him know what the defense is looking like up top, and then Dan is calling the plays down low, or it's vice versa? So give me your opinion. Do you think, what do you think is going on with the offense? Because right now our drives has been sputtering out. Okay, there we go. We've had 7 drives thus far, and we scored a touchdown on 7 drives. The defense can only hold Philly for so long, so this offense definitely has to catch up. Yeah, definitely. Fred said for sure we need some points. We definitely need them bad this drive. Hopefully that extra point that we missed do not come back to haunt us. That was big. Fred Bergman said, I think that Dan is making the calls and Johnny was setting up the overall plan. I agree. And that's not bad. A lot of people look at it like Johnny, like he lost his playing, like he's lost his position, but he's still back there making things happen for the offensive, getting the offensive line, the schemes and things like that. I think, Dan just came in and took over, to get everything going, to put a little bit of life into the offense. And you can see some of the calls that we were calling last year, Dan's been making those calls, and you can see when Johnny was making those calls, he was not running a lot of calls that, that we were calling or making last year. Fred said Johnny is okay. I read that comment already, but yeah, man, we'll be okay. All right, here we go. Oh shit! Don't need no more injuries. Okay, look like he's okay. They take it back up. All right, here we go. Lions 1st and 10. Gibbs in the backfield. Out of the eye. Okay, hand up to Montgomery for about 4 or 5. And that's what we got to do. We got to get this run established again, get that going, and we'll be okay. Because we're only down a touchdown. Still over 10 minutes left in the third quarter. So, we just got it. We have to score on this possession. And that's it. We have to get points off of this possession. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go, Gibbs. He's too fast. He might be gone. There we go. See, and that's what we have to do. We have to be able to mix it up and do things like that. And I called it. We have too many explosive guys on the team for us not to be able to get the ball down the field. I thought that was actually J-Mo. You know what? Hey, fuck it. We may have to keep Gibbs out there as a wideout and put Montgomery in the backfield on situations like that. Back to Gibbs up the middle. Maybe for about 3. But yeah, we have to pick up plays like that. That was a good explosive play. You know what I'm saying? What this is getting ready to do is going to open up the ball to J-Mo downfield.
It made so many people miss. Just one of the more exciting players we've seen come into the National Football League in some time.
All right, 2nd and 8.
See what Gibbs has done for this offense.
Goff out of the gun. Gibbs in the backfield. Hand off to Gibbs. Pick up about 3. See, that's what we got to do. We got to keep them honest on this running game. You know, and that's what I like.
He's not able to sit back and run their normal down the field routes. So if they get their running game going,
3rd and 4 coming up. See, and when you run the ball like that, you know, we have the option to still be able to run the ball to be able to hand it off right here to Gibbs again. You know, it may even go for it on 4th down, you know, in situations like this. You know, but Goff out of the shotgun, Gibbs in the backfield. Hand off to Gibbs. I called it. See, there we go. See, and that's why I say when you run the ball, it opens the secondary up to be able to continue to run the ball like that. You know, so now we're going to start hitting them with a little bit of play action out of the shotgun or out of the eye.
what are you doing well tonight? It's not what have you done well all year. It's what are you doing well tonight? What you're doing well is
Yes.
just right.
You know, so now they're going to be keying in on Gibbs and you hit them deep like that. Bam. Okay, J-Mo. You know, so, but yeah, man, I got a few people watching. I need you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Give me your thoughts on tonight's game. You know, we started off slow this first half. We definitely, if we can get some points off of this first possession of the second half, we'll be right back in the game. Defense has definitely showed up tonight. You know, and Philadelphia offense, like I said, has not scared me at all. You know, we made a couple of mistakes in the first half, including Goff and some of the coaching decisions. Gibbs up the middle. There we go. Damn. It's all right. That's all right. 3rd and goal coming up. You know, so I want to ask you guys: do you think we're going to go for it on if we don't score on 3rd down right here? Do you think Dan Campbell will go for it on 4th down? All right, here we go. 3rd and goal. Goff out of the shotgun. They're coming with a blitz. I say come back with a run. They came right back with a run. Okay. It's all right. Lenoir looked like he may be hurt. All right, so what do you guys think? Do you think Dan is going to go for it? I say go for the points. Go for the 3. You go for the 3. You cannot come down on this drive and not come away with points. You know, so he's been relying on the defense the second half. I say go for the 3. We're going for it, so let's go. Here we go. You live and die by the sword. They're definitely going for it. Let's go. Wow. Yeah, see, I just hope that don't come back on us. You know, that's okay. We're going to have them pitting deep coming up. We didn't get no points off of that. You know, they're relying on the defense. You know, but you have to be able to pick up those 3 points in a situation like that when you got the defense that's playing good. Let me turn this down. But, yeah, you know, you have to be able to pick up those 3 points. You know, so Dan's been making some questionable calls today. I'm not mad at him, you know, because overall, he's normally good with his calls, you know. But tonight is one of those nights where you got to go for the points. You know, I believe he should have went for the 3. You know, but the defense is playing good. We got them pinned deep down there. You know, in our possession, you know, so deep down on our goal lines, I should say. So, but we'll be okay. Like I said, we should have came with some points. Yeah, Fred said, "Damn, yeah, that was a fucked up call. Dan should have went for the 3, you know." But hey, you live by the sword. Sometimes you die by the sword. So, you know, we loving Dan when he's making those calls and when they're making them. James Sanders said they got plenty of time. Coach should have went for the 3. I agree. You know, we still got plenty of time. You know, Dan giving away points. We've given away 6 points thus far. You know, hopefully, well, really 7 because of that extra point. So hopefully that doesn't come back and haunt us late in the game, you know. But thus far, you know, the defense is keeping us in the game, man. The offense just got to catch up. I don't know what to say. Yeah, but yeah, hopefully Panay Sewell is okay. It looked like he was down at that timeout. Hopefully he's able to get up. You know, because like I said, the offensive line for the most part is doing a decent job. They're definitely rushing and hurrying Goff. You know, that's why he's throwing a few plays behind and overthrowing some of the receivers. You know, because the defense is actually, you know, putting a lot of pressure on him. We definitely got to get some pressure on Hurts. You know, we need a turnover. We have not turned the ball over. You know, so, you know, we definitely got to get a turnover. They've gotten 3 points off of the interception that Goff had in the first half. You know, but I really thought we was going to come down and put some points up on this drive. Them 3 points would have looked better than no points. You know, but here we go. Hopefully this defense can get a turnover. Give me a second. All right, here we go. All right, I shot good. There we go. A little pressure. What the fuck? Flag. I don't know what the fuck that was. Ratchets down. Oh my gosh.
Big gain of 34 down the field as Hurts scrambled out of his own end zone.
Who's that penalty on? It's probably a penalty on Branch. He landed with his fucking shoulder. They kill me with this soft shit. Now, y'all better pick that flag back up.
Rest of his officiating crew. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness.
That's some bullshit. They won't even let these boys play in here.
That's a major issue for the Detroit defense as well.
And that's all we need is another DB to be down. You know, but that's some bullshit. Let me know what you guys think about that. You know, he led with his shoulder.
Was coming inside. He circled around it. And really the hot receiver in this game or big play guy has been nuts. We end up with a third receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles. And one thing that the Detroit Lions cannot afford is to lose Brian Branch.
At all. So I hope he look like he's okay. You know, yeah. You know, a 30-yard play on top of a 15-yard penalty. But here we go. 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line. We need a turnover right now, defense. Sweet play. See, we cannot get his offense confidence. You know, and they're starting to pick up a little bit of confidence. You can tell, you know, you can just tell with the movement of the offense.
235 pounds running people to the corner. You talk about just a freak of nature. And what he did last year, because they did run it. And
all right, here we go. 2nd and 3.
They never saw anything but what they're seeing now, which is a single high safety. And if that safety missed, he went for 70 yards.
Let's go. Come on. Finally got to him. That's what we needed, some pressure. Let's go. God damn it. Let's go, Hutch. God damn it. James Sanders said they got plenty of time. Okay, yeah, okay. I read that.
Starting to make a name for himself on this defensive line.
Let's go.
And then, of course, it was Aiden
Let's push them
Hutchinson
back.
who was able to clean it up on the outside. Aren't going to be a lot of the tight ends in this league going to block that guy.
Here we go. Let's go.
Once again, it looked like
All right, here we go. Third and long. Defense, we got to be able to hold. No bullshit. Let's go. Let's go, defense. Punt that ball. See, so that's what I'm talking about. The defense has been playing good. We getting the ball. We'll get the ball back. We just not putting up no points. You know, we should have went for them 3 points. You know, because anything after that, you know, those 3 points and the touchdown has given us the lead.
Detroit Lions, we talked a lot about the Eagles defense. This Detroit Lions team has been under.
Come on, defense. Let's go. We just need this offense to get us back in the game. Come on. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think about some of the calls that Dan has made, some of the fourth down calls. Some of the calls were kind of questionable, you know, but Dan lived by the sword. You know, Dan's going to die by the sword, you know. So, you know, when he's going for it and he's making it, we're loving him. So, you know, you got to kind of, Dan got to kind of pick and choose too, though. You know what I mean? This is a big game. No 3 points would have looked good on with this drive getting ready to come up right here. You know, we can be taking the lead.
Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and
yeah, but let me turn this down. Sorry about that. You know, but you guys give me your opinion. What do you think about tonight's matchup? It's been a great defensive game. You know, we've gotten the ball 7 possessions, scored a touchdown on 7 possessions. You know what I mean? So, you know, our high-powered offense, you know, Philadelphia has been pretty much keeping us contained. You know, we have a few questionable calls that we could have got points off of, but, you know, Dan chose to go for it on fourth down. All right. So, but yeah, man, you know, it's been a few questionable calls, you know, that we went for it. I thought that Dan should have got the 3 points on a few calls, but, you know, for the most part, he's relying on the defense. The defense definitely has showed up today. We've only given up, I believe, maybe 1 touchdown and 2 field goals. So, you know, the defense is looking good. So we just got to get the offense, you know, at all, you know, but here we go. You know, Jared Goff just needs to slow down. He'll be okay. Okay, Michael 12 TV says Steelers versus Lions on December 21st. Lions going to lose. See you there. I doubt that, Mike. It's going to be a good game. You know, we definitely owe the Steelers get back. You know, but here we go. Come on. See, he's overthrowing the ball. He's rushing the ball. What the fuck, Goff? Come on. You know, but it's going to be a good game, Mike. I believe y'all got to come. Y'all got to come to Detroit, so that's going to be a rough game for the Steelers. And I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is ready for this defense. You know, here we go. 2nd and 10. Lions from the 15-yard line. I was about to say, what the fuck? What's going on? This don't even look like golf. Oh, wow, that should have been a flag. They're going their knees. Now, when we do that, it's a flag. You know, but come on, golf. Golf is being pressured. He got to settle down. Yeah, that defense they definitely got golf shook up. You know, but let's go. Come on, Gibbs. Screen to Gibbs. There we go. Let's go. He's still up. Let's go. Yeah, man. Hey, that's okay. We'll be all right. Maybe this will open us up. You know, James Sanders said, Coach Dan going for it, blowing it. Hold on, man. Let me reread this. Coach Dan going for it and blowing it by going for it on fourth down. Those field goals would have had to score 13-12. I agree. That's what I said. You know, he's relying on this defense too much, but this offense, we got to score a touchdown on this possession. Let's go. Montgomery, let's go. Yeah, because this third quarter pretty much is over with. It's under 2 minutes left in the third quarter. So, you know, I would love for us to put up some points, you know, maybe tie it up right here going into the fourth quarter. Yeah, so hopefully we can get this ground and pound game going, and that way we'll be able to open it up to J-Mo downfield. You know, I haven't heard St. Brown name in a while neither. Let's go. Get rid of it. Yeah, they definitely bringing pressure to golf this game. You know, and that's the scouting report on golf. You know, and golf should know this. You know, that offensive line should know that too. You know, if you can get to golf, you know, and put pressure on him, he will have happy feet. And that's pretty much what's going on. He just needs to settle down. All right, here we go. 3rd and 3. What the fuck? See, I don't understand what's going on. You know, I've never saw this many pass plays get deflected. You know, we got to punt the ball.
He wants to get the ball out of his hands now. So now you also know
Yeah.
you get your hands up, you can knock it down. So all this fits into one big pie for Big Fangio's defense.
So we going for it. See, you know what? We got to get a first down on this. We got to make at least one of them. Wow.
Not even close. They have completely disrupted Jericho.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. This is putting so much pressure on the defense. Fred said, agreed, settle and go. You know, this is horrible. Maybe we need to take the calling away from Dan, because you gotta it comes a time when you gotta kick the ball, Dan.
Everybody on that defensive front. And when it's done
We're looking horrible.
Vic Fangio defenses, the weather gets colder, they get hotter.
Well, Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter, they knew what they had in there. Moro Ajomo has been the very
Yeah, this is crazy. I'm shocked. I'm shocked that, going into the fourth quarter, we've only been able to put up 6 points. Defense been playing great. Barkley up the middle, lost for maybe 1 or 2. But you guys give me your opinion on that. Do you think Dan is going too far with going for it on these fourth downs? We're not making it on third downs. I understand, if we're in situations where we're close, but we're giving them great field position on every possession. You know, here we go. 2nd and 10.
To Lane Johnson, the replacement.
On the 45-yard line. Out of the shotgun. Barkley maybe pick up a 6. A flag on the play. Yeah, you know, and Dan is probably going to kick himself in the ass after this. You know, it was we've given up 6 points on going for it on 4th downs. Okay, I was gonna say give us a break. You know, we've given them great field position the entire game. You know, the entire game. You know, so you know, and I'm not going to say I'm going to blame Goff. You know, Goff has been hurried. He's been rushed. He has happy feet. The defense has disrupted, you know, his gameplay. But, you know, Coach has put us in, you know, Coach has put us in a lot of bad situations, you know, for going for it on 4th down. You know, it's 6-13. You know, I can see if we were tied up or something like that, you know, but you got to go for the points when you're down, Dan. You know, here we go. 2nd and 10. All right, timeout on the field. Okay, 4th quarter. So this is it, man. You know, we've been able to put up 6 points the entire game. You know, so give me your thoughts. You know, this game will be tied up if we would have went for the points on 2 of the possessions that we went for. You know, so I need for you guys to like, comment, subscribe, you know, and share. You know, it helps the channel grow, but definitely want to know you guys' opinion on these decisions Dan been making today. You know, a lot of people have been saying it was Johnny, you know, but it looked like, you know, I'm not going to say it looked like Johnny been making calls today, you know, but we know Dan are making the calls. He's making the decisions on to go for it on 4th down, you know, and it's killing us today. You know, he's going to get there's going to be a lot of scrutiny coming up, you know, if we don't win the game, you know, with the decisions that, you know, that Dan made and Dan put the team in today. You know, he put us, even though the defense has been playing great, he put them in situations that he should have not put them in. You know, so yeah, man, this is, you know, this is it. This is the 4th quarter. You know, so my question is, will he continue to go for it on 4th down? You know, I guess so. You know, we went this far, you know, so I guess ain't no turning back. You know, James Sanders said, I see the distress in the faces and they are giving up. You know, I'm not going to say they giving up, but they definitely are distressed. The coach, Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown, one disaster after another one. I agree. You say Detroit, hold on, another comment came in. You say Detroit has to score 2 touchdowns. We do. Fred Bergman said Johnny is good. I'm hold. Dan hasn't been making great calls. Jared has made great passes. Hasn't made great passes yet. You know, Dan hasn't made great calls. Jared hasn't made great passes. And I don't know what Johnny is seeing upstairs to the point where, you know, he's not letting, like, giving Dan to say, like, look, Dan, you might want to go for the points or punt it. You know, but, you know, we got the 4th quarter coming up. You know, we're pretty good in the 4th quarters. We're good at coming back. You know, hopefully Dan will get it together. You know, hopefully this offense will get it together and we'll be able to turn it around, you know, and score some fucking points, you know, because it hasn't been the defense.
In this spot, show the first American flag. Just a little swath, the great history all around.
All right, so here we go.
4th quarter begins by 3. Chris Collinsworth will start. Technicolor rules list. Eagles lead by 7.
You know, we need a turnover. Oh my God. See, that's the shit that I'll be talking about. It looks like we had him, then he just escaped. That right there kills me. You know, but Come on,
It's not
defense.
an illegal hit. He was still in bounds when contact was made,
Right.
but it's a good thing that Hurts got those feet off the ground. Lucky to survive that one. That's always the danger. They know it works.
All right, here we go.
But most of its runs now have just
That's a
been
3rd and 11.
not designed runs.
They're 7 on that one. It's 3rd and 11 lines to rush.
Come on, let's go.
Spinning away. First down.
How's that a first down? He didn't. That's not a first down.
Well, the mark is at the 46, not the 44. So it'll be short of a first down.
Right.
However, on
Okay,
the far
good.
side, the indication is that the flag is on Detroit.
Oh my God.
The ball is marked. It's a yard.
You know what?
Touchdown.
Here come the flags on top of the bullshit.
For the pass holding, defense number 21. It's a 5-yard cover from the previous spot. Automatic first down. That's on Amit Robertson.
You know, see, and that's why I say, coach is putting us in bad positions. We're going for, because
That's a nice catch.
how is that?
Right there. It doesn't count, but that's a nice catch. Get his feet down. On. Something to talk about on Twitch.
You can start gaming.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10. We need a turnover. Bad.
That's fine.
1st and 10 from the 50-yard line. Up the middle. Flag on the play. It's going back. Okay, we get some goddamn calls. Yeah. Hey, listen, we got to get a stop right here, and we definitely got to get some points on this next possession coming up.
Offense number 68.
Fred said, okay, I read that already. Yeah, Jared is making some horrible passes. We definitely making some. Yeah, definitely was a makeup call.
Generally, Jordan Mailata was involved in that.
Player
All right, come on, defense. We definitely got hands right here. That's the ball back.
something special. Second team all.
We need a turnover. We haven't got any turnovers. We really haven't got any pressure to the quarterback besides that one sack.
On the outside, and the job that he has done so far against Aiden Hutchinson, basically perfect.
Yeah, we haven't got no pressure.
Mailata graded as the top football player in the NFL, not on offense, not on defense. The entire
That's a whole. Here we go. Come on, 2nd and 14. Let's go defense.
Second and 14 lines.
Pick up about 5.
Still another half dozen for the first down as third down comes up. You mentioned it, Chris Jeff Stoutland, man, who helped create this Jordan Mailata train, turn from a non-football player to a second-team All-Pro.
He played rugby. He comes over in the first football game.
Yeah, man. Sam Laporta being hurt has definitely been showed on offense. But here we go. Third and 6 coming up. We need a pick 6.
Johnson converted quarterback, then tight end, and then offensive tackle design.
Wow. See, that we cannot allow that happen.
A dozen yards in the first half.
You can't beat them. That's what happened a season ago. And maybe it's just
See, and that's now what they're getting ready to try to do. They're getting ready to try to, run a lot of this clock off. We cannot allow them to go up 2 possessions. The way our offense has looked. So we have to put a stop to this drive right here. The defense has played their goddamn hearts out tonight. Yeah, man. There's going to be a lot. Dan is going to have. Listen, if we can't pull this game out,
You don't want to see this race.
it's going to be a lot of controversy. Then we got linebackers out there on, on running backs. Which he played them pretty good on that. But that was definitely a mismatch.
You're going to see that matchup again. So you're going to come back to that formation very soon.
All right, here we go. 2nd and 10 from the 40-yard line. Come on. All right.
Yeah, Mike, you were just talking about Jeff Stoutland. Jordan Mailata told
Yeah, I
me
tell you what, those ends have definitely been picking up Muhammad and
from the beginning. When Stoutland recruited him as a rugby player, you were just talking about that. All he told Mailata was
on the end, because I've only heard his name maybe
in the
once.
first 3 years of his career, even getting halfway was hard. But Stoutland was persistent, day in and day out, demanding greatness. And last year,
We really haven't got any pressure from our front five at all, neither. The secondary play has been playing a pretty decent game. No, come on, we need a turnover. Let's go. 3rd and 10. Come on, let's go. Didn't get the first down, but I don't know if they're in field goal range or not.
So on 4th and about 3.5, Jake Elliott will come on.
Yeah, see, they're going for the points. See, that's why we got to score. That's why those field goals would have been important, that we did not go for.
Shepherd's defense has a lot to be proud of tonight.
Man, fuck that. We do got a lot to be proud of, but Dan made some horrible calls that put us in fucked up situations. Hopefully, they don't get any points off of this drive. The wind is blowing. Yeah. So now we're down 2 possessions. Yep. So give me 1 second, guys. I'm about to run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Yeah, this is horrible. We need a touchdown on this next drive coming up. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. But yeah, man, we definitely this is it. We got it. We need a touchdown on this possession right here. Nothing less than a touchdown. You know what I mean? We have to be able to put up 14 points in this quarter to be able to pull this game out. Can we do it? Yes, I think we can. They got Jared Goff a little bit shook up, but I still think we should be able to pull it out. Meaning that the defense has played an excellent game this game. I don't know what's going on with the offense, man. The offense has been stagnant the whole game. We've had a few good drives that went stagnant. It's been, like I said, a lot of questionable calls, but here we come. I don't know why I keep doing it. So, but yeah, man, we definitely gotta get a touchdown this drive, or the game is over with. You know, I'm just gonna be frank with it. You know what I mean? If we do not get a touchdown on this possession, this game is over with. You know, and this will let us know where we match up with, you know, the good teams in the NFC. You know, not saying that our season is over with, you know, but are we ready to compete? You know, looking like how we look today.
Offensive failures or Philadelphia's success?
It's been our offensive failures tonight. It's not been Philadelphia's defense because they really have not, you know, besides the interception that we got, you know, their defense has not really been out there. Goff has been making horrible decisions, and Dan Campbell has been putting, you know, putting the defense in, you know, horrible positions. But they played a great game. But we need a touchdown on this possession. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. There we go. Gibbs up the middle. 1st down. You know, so we got 10 minutes to be able to come back and win this game. You know, and like I said, we're probably going to need 14 points to win this game. And I said 24-17 is what the score that I called.
Those 146 on the ground.
Yep, so here we go. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. Goff out of the shotgun. Under pressure. I had to throw it away. Yeah, see, they definitely getting ready to be coming now. They're up 2 possessions. So, you know, they're pretty much going to be blitzing every play. You know, because now we're at the point where, you know, I'm not going to say we can't run the ball, but, you know, the clock is against us now. Horrible night. Let's go.
13 and 27. He's been 70% plus on the road in completions.
Look at this, throwing the ball low. I've never saw so many low passes from Jared Goff. He's completely off his game. You know, see, and coach can't believe it neither. You know, that's why he's going for it, you know, on these 4th and shorts, thinking that, you know, Jared will be able to pick it up, but he's having a horrible game. No, come on, Goff. Let's go. Wow. We definitely got to punt the ball. Our first punt of the game, I believe. Yeah, that was excellent defense.
I'm not so sure by the time we hit the playoffs, they're not going to be better. And we haven't even talked about how deep.
You know, see, and really, the offense looks horrible. You know, and I'm talking about Philadelphia too. You know, our offense just didn't put up shit. We had like 8 or 9 possessions. We had about 8 or 9 possessions, and we did not capitalize but on 1. We have not gotten any turnovers. We're still looking for a turnover. We definitely need a turnover. Wow. See, that was a break we needed.
Many people diagnosed as HER2 negative may actually have.
All right, I got to go fill my cup back up. I'll be right back, guys.
Why? I dug a little deeper. Asked my doctor questions and wanted another look. I feel in control now because I learned about Enhertu. Enhertu is for adults who have HR-positive HER2-low or HR-positive HER2-ultra-low breast cancer that cannot be removed by surgery or is metastatic, and who have received 1 or more hormone treatments for metastatic disease. Enhertu is a targeted therapy that specifically targets HER2 on cancer cells. Enhertu helps people live longer without their cancer growing or spreading compared to chemotherapy. Your doctor will do tests to ensure Enhertu is right for you. Enhertu can cause serious side effects, like lung problems that may lead to death, low white blood cell counts that are common and sometimes severe, and problems with your heart pumping blood. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening shortness of breath, trouble breathing, signs of infection, cough, fever, chills, feeling tired, swelling of ankles or legs, irregular heartbeat, sudden weight gain, dizziness, or loss of consciousness. Enhertu can harm your unborn baby. Talk to your doctor about pregnancy, breastfeeding, and effective birth control. Ask about other side effects. With Enhertu, I'm holding on to all that is mundane. Magical. Fine. Sure, metastatic breast cancer will try to take it home, but not today. Ask your doctor if you have low levels of HER2, because Enhertu may be right for you.
Performance event going on now.
As a kid growing up in Australia, thinking about playing in the NFL, that just seems so far-fetched. Seeing people wear my jersey, it's kind of like surreal. I think the importance of a fan to me, I draw from that energy, the passion, just that family culture, the togetherness. That's what our fans are.
All right, I'm back. But yeah, man, we did not score on that last possession. I pretty much said if we did not score on that last possession, the game pretty much over with. Now Philly is getting ready to try to control and run this clock out.
I think they should have changed.
You know, it was a lot of questionable calls from Dan today. Jared Goff, this may have one of his most horrible games I saw him play this year. You know, some bad decisions. You know, so my question, where do we go from here? We still have a chance to probably win our division. You know, but now we've let Chicago, you know, which we will have the tiebreakers over them too, but we've let Chicago, you know, overtake the lead over us now. You know, so now I believe it's either Chicago, Green Bay, then us. You know, it ain't over yet, Fred. I agree. You know, we're down 2 possessions with like 9 minutes, I believe, and some seconds. You know, so it's not over with. You know, we have to stop them here. You know, but we should have gotten points off of that last possession. And no turnovers. We haven't got any, even though the defense has played great the whole game, we have not gotten any turnovers. You know, because you take the turnover that they've gotten from us, and they've gotten 3 points off of that, we would still be down only 7 points. So that turnover and that extra point that we missed hurt us. You know, but here we go. Second and second, Philly on the 40-yard line. Wow, get him down. All right, so you got a third and short getting ready to come up. No, Fred said you're absolutely right. I think you were talking about we should have scored on that last possession.
Absolutely. You know, the funniest one for me, I asked them,
I can't believe our offense looked like that. You know, but it all starts. You know, it is tush push come. 3rd and 1, they did not get it. So they didn't get it. You know, will they go for it?
Looks to be short. It's going to be 4th down and push again up 10. Of course. If something happens, then you give the Lions the ball in great field position.
The odds of stopping that play 2 times in a row, not real good, but yes, they can play.
So pretty much, man, they try to eat this clock up. A 4th and short, they're going for it. All right, so hopefully we can get them to punt. Yeah, our offense definitely needs to be better. You know, and I can't really even blame the offensive line, even though, you know, Goff was getting pressure. It wasn't to the point where he just wasn't making accurate passes today. You know, because I believe he may only been sacked once, if I'm not mistaken. You know, so yeah, you know, the defense again come up with another stop. You know, so here we go. You know, it's not over with Fred, but you know, we got to be able to put a touchdown up right here. You know, like I said, we need 14 points to be able to win this game. We need 2 touchdowns. We need to come out in a hurry up and get down the field quick. Like throw the ball to J-Mo, one play type quick. You know, but yeah, man, you know, the offense looked horrible this game. The coaching calls were horrible. We put our players in horrible positions. You know, and Jared, and really, I'll just be honest, Jared Goff looked horrible this game. You know, and I understand what coach was trying to do. Normally, a lot of the plays that Jared missed on, he would pick them up, you know, and that's what coach was banking on. James Sanders said that coach helped the Lions shoot themselves in the foot. All of Detroit's division rivals will see their weakness right in the game. Philadelphia haven't even played that tough tonight. Yeah. You know, and really Philadelphia really has not impressed me at all. You know, it's just been the horrible play of our offense tonight. You know, and that's all it's been. You know, now watch this. Now watch, we probably going to come down and score real quick on this drive. You know, but it's been an offense all night long. It's been Jared Goff. You know, and then I'll say some of the decisions that the coach put us in. Yeah, but overall, I'm impressed with the way the defense and the secondary played. You know, even though we didn't get that much pressure from our front five today. You know, I'm disappointed in that. You know, but for the most part, you know, that secondary played a great game. You know, it's just been the offense, man. It's really been, you know, the offense. It's been Jared Goff. He has not been accurate today at all. Yep, so we need to get the ball down the field like ASAP to J-Mo. We got all 3 of our timeouts. Here we go. 1st and 10. 1st and 10 from the 20. 6:14 left. Wow.
Tougher throw. Goff now 13 30.
Yeah, see, that's what it is. Goff had horrible night. 13 of 30.
Smith on the outside, but this ball is just not going exactly where Jared Goff was planning for it to go, and it hasn't all night long.
Yeah, he's being rushed. All right, here we go. 2nd and 10 from the 15. He's horrible. I mean, he looks horrible. No, and I agree. Philadelphia hasn't even played that tough tonight. You know, they got him shook up, man. You know, we played out of the shotgun a lot, you know, so really he hasn't really even been he's been pressured a lot, but not to the point where, you know, get rid of the ball. There we go, J-Mo. Hold on. Hold on.
Very much in this one. And these routes take a long time. We'll see how long this takes to develop its own defense, working back inside. And it's one of the few times.
Yeah, we got to get a touchdown on this drive. Nothing less than a touchdown. You know, and that's before the 2-minute warning. It's like, listen, it's like the defense is calling all the right plays at the right time. Every time we go for a play action, they have a free defender coming to put that pressure on goal. You know, they definitely, the defense coordinator for Philadelphia, you know, I give my hats off to him because he's been calling great plays disrupting the offense of, Detroit tonight. You know, that's what's been going on, man. It's just, Philadelphia's defensive coordinator, hat goes off to him. I mean, look at this. He can't even get a pass off. So this is 3rd and 10 coming up. So pretty much we are in 2-down territory, 4-down territory, I should say. You know, we can't even get St. Brown for it's like, what the hell? Wow. You got it. So what do? Go for it or play it? I'm almost embarrassed. I'm almost embarrassed. This is, I would never thought that.
They are deep at every position now. They really are deep at the edge. They're deep at the
Yeah, we got it. Yeah, that's a ball game. James Sanders said, Amon-Ra St. Brown haven't been mentioned tonight at all. None of the other receivers haven't either. Do you think Dan Campbell need his job after this season? Hey, man, it's going to be a lot of controversy, you know, after this game with the decisions and the play calling after this game. I'm not going to say Dan job is on the line, but you know, but Dan probably is going to get a call from the boss like, look, this going for it, you know, on 4th downs when we could have got points, has to stop. You know, but here we go, 1st and 10, Philly on their 20. Now, you know, we're getting ready to get a big dose of Saquon Barkley. But, yeah, you know, he's definitely going to get a call, you know, from the bosses. You know, I know everyone's been behind Dan. You know, normally he's successful with these 4th downs, but, you know, tonight it was a different story tonight. You know, Red Zone Blitz said, hey, brother, we're recording a podcast after the game. You want to hop on for the reaction of the Lions? Yeah, send me a link. Why not? Are you subscribed to the channel, Red Zone? Oh, my gosh. This is horrible. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed to the channel, you guys. You know, but yeah, man, you know, I'm almost embarrassed. I'm embarrassed on how the offense looked. You know, there definitely was a lot of questionable calls tonight from Dan. I don't think his job will be on the line. But we're definitely going to have to make a decision on who's going to be the offensive coordinator. You know, is it going to be Dan or is it going to be Johnny Moore? You know, because tonight You know, it looked like Johnny Morton was calling the calls. You know, they didn't get the first down. You know, but yeah, man, this was a tough loss. I'm not saying that we're out of it. We still have a chance to win our division. They didn't get it.
I think the mark is good too.
You know, but you know, this was a tough loss. I thought it was a must win. You know, now we've let Chicago take the lead over us in the division. You know, now we're looking at Chicago and Green Bay. You know, so we got to be able to just win out in our division. We'll be okay. We still should be able to, you know, win our division. We got a big matchup with, I believe we got, who do we got next week? I believe we got Green Bay, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so they'll show our schedule coming up next. Oh, no, you know what? I think we got Pittsburgh coming up here next week. So we just had 2 games on the road. So yeah, I think we got Pittsburgh at home, which is not going to be an easy win. So they're going for it, 4th and inches. They didn't get it. They didn't get it, but, you know, we still put ourselves in a horrible position, you know, offensively.
Wasn't second guessing.
You know, so Red Zone, yeah, send me the link. And I'll definitely come in and join you guys.
One side of the ball is so dominant. You let him go.
No, they didn't get that.
Seriously, can't believe it. I'm going to tell you, full credit to these officials and to his defense too. Calvin Shepard's defense, you said it all night.
Yeah, the defense played great all night, man. Our offense, man. You know, and I'm gonna be honest, we have not looked good offensively, you know, all season long. We had some games where we looked good, but you know, all right, here we go. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Down 10. Incomplete to J-Mo. You know, they're just sending pretty much a blitz every play.
Take a look at Nakobe Dean here. It has been pressure, it has been coverage, and it has been Nakobe Dean in front of 2 of the fastest players in the National Football League on consecutive drives.
He looked horrible. Who the fuck was he throwing that to? All right, here we go. 2nd and 10. Wow. That's horrible. This is embarrassing.
Look at this switch. Kobe Dean is going to blow up a 230-pound running back, and that's going to count as a knockout.
You know, see, and that's what happened against that game, the Minnesota game with Jahmyr Gibbs. You know, and that's crazy when we got our sledgehammer getting ran over. Normally, Montgomery will pick those blocks up. You know, but here we go, 3rd and 17, 3rd and the front.
To slide St. Brown crossing from here, it will be 54 yards, and it's on this side of the 2-minute warning.
That wasn't a pass, it was a hook.
You might as well keep going for it. You don't want for a death fire. You know, but yeah, man, I'm disappointed. I'm almost embarrassed. You know, because now for the rest of the you know, all defenses are pretty much just going to be mirroring their defenses from from what you saw Minnesota and what you saw Philadelphia do. You know, because that's all Philadelphia is doing. They're mirroring their defenses off of what Minnesota did to us. That's it.
To see if I couldn't get 5 yards and kick this field goal, that would be my first choice.
No, your first choice is to continue to go for it. You've been going for it. Don't put your field goal kicker in that fucked up situation.
He was talking with Dan Campbell, and I think the conversation now is they're going to go for the field goal here.
Now you want to go with goddamn 3. You see what I'm saying? Now this motherfucker want to go for the 3.
I'm surprised it's that good. I mean, they have been not close. It's 2 weeks in a row. I've seen 2 top-end NFL quarterbacks.
Just the type of game we've been having.
54. Trying to make it a one-score game.
PC made that, you know. We still got 3 all of our timeouts. I believe we're getting ready to go to the 2-minute warning, but you know, but just horrible. Offense was horrible.
He had the extra point he missed earlier from 48 yards. Jameson Williams had the penalty. It's been a tough week or so for Bates. He had 2 kicks blocked last week. Both were very low in trajectory. But he nails that. Now here we are at 158.
He's skeezy. What up, though? Hello?
Hey, my phone. Yeah, I'm here.
I hear you now. You
Can
clear.
you hear me?
I hear you.
My phone just cut off. It said it was hot or something.
Okay. Well, I hear you sound clear. I see you clear. You know, but man, just disappointed, man. This was a horrible show up for the Lions. Offense looked horrible. You know, there's going to be a lot of controversy tomorrow.
I ain't even gonna blame it on offense.
I'm gonna blame it on Goff, and I'm gonna blame it on Dan Campbell. You know, but I'm gonna blame it on Goff, man. You know, Dan Campbell was just really trying to put us in position. You know, normally Goff would pick up those plays, but that's who I'm gonna blame it on, man. I'm gonna blame it on Goff. You got to blame it on somebody, and he definitely lost this game for us today with his play.
When you rewatch this, you're gonna see in the beginning I said I seen fear out there. And look at
it wasn't even
I mean,
I ain't even gonna say fear, man. And I understood what you said. You know, because really our defense held them the whole game. They did not impress me. It was our offense. Our offense did not show up at all. You know, at all.
He not throwing nowhere near St. Brown though.
At all, man. He not throwing nowhere.
He throwing behind
He had a
Jahmyr
horrible game this
Gibbs.
game, man. You know, that's the scouting report on,
Right.
you know, on Goff. Once you and pretty much, man, that Minnesota game kind of exposed a lot, you know, after that game. You know, and pretty much they're mirroring off of what Minnesota did. You know, they getting back there, shaking him up. He got happy feet. You know, and when Goff get happy feet, man, he's not accurate at all.
Yeah.
Yep. So pretty much, man, this is it right here. We can't stop them from getting the first down. The game is over with. You know, so 1st and 10, Philly on the 35-yard line.
Yeah, we could have had like
pick up a
4 field goals.
Yeah. And really it was
All
a
that
touchdown
going
and 1
forward.
field goal. We just missed the extra point.
Yeah. All that celebrating, jumping on the goalpost.
For Jared Goff, this has been
Detroit at ghetto. What you mean by that? We got good peace in it. And, you know, all city and states has a ghetto, but you know, you must have been to the D in a minute. You know, but I was invited to come on the show after this show, East Skeezy. I'm waiting on Once he send me the link, I'm gonna probably jump in with them, maybe. But here we go. 2nd and 5.
Jack Campbell's been
They stopped him.
We stopped
one
them on
more
that one.
time.
2nd and 5. So you got 3rd and maybe 4 getting ready to come up. Yeah, but
They ain't gonna stop him. Hurts gonna run.
he said Chicago #1. Yeah, right now, but we already got the ups on Chicago. If we win out, we still will win our division. Mint Majesty. I ain't got my glasses on, so it's kind of hard for me to see. Mint Majesty tea with 2 honeys. So yeah, we already won up on y'all. We just got to win our division. We'll be okay. This was definitely a tough loss. How you let 0-2 Bears be running #1?
Got 'em to
Hey,
jump.
it is what it is.
Got him to jump offside. 3rd and 8.
Okay. So it looked like you're a
Hurts
little bit
gonna
ahead
run
of
it.
me,
Why?
Skeezy. But yeah, hey, it happens. But at the end of the day, we got to win out in our division. This was a tough loss. It let us know that, we are not where we thought we should be. And that's really, what it is at the end of the day. Golf had a horrible game. He have to, golf. They got to put golf in positions
Oh, they
where
gotta stop. They gotta stop.
Okay, so you a little bit ahead of me, Skeezy. So it sounds like we got to stop.
Pass interference. 1st down.
Oh my gosh.
It's a wrap.
James Sanders said, Mr. Dame D, this season isn't over. You have to play the best to be the best. You have to beat the best and take their title to get respected by every team in the NFC and NFC. I agree. Look, the season definitely isn't over. We still have a chance to win our division. This was just a matchup that, would have showcased that we were ready to get over that hump.
absolutely terrible call that's going to decide this football game.
Horrible call.
It's a
Oh,
wrap.
that's a horrible fucking call. But it is what it is, man. Yep. So we can't stop the ball anymore. So pretty much this game is over with, man. Horrible game. I'm disappointed. Like I said, I'm almost embarrassed, man. Dan Campbell made some questionable calls. I can't wait to see the paper tomorrow. Can't wait to see some of the shows. And I just can't wait to see the interview. After the game, but I'm disappointed, man. Philadelphia really didn't impress me that much at all. After watching this game, I would say the Rams or Seattle, it's probably the better out of those teams. We didn't get any turnovers. Yep, so pretty
can't
much
even
that'll
be
do
mad
it now.
at,
They just been getting victory formation and run the rest of the clock. But yeah, Skeezy, man, give me your thoughts, man. Give me your opinion on today's game, man. This offense was horrible. The defense kept them in the game all game long. It was not able to pull the rabbit out of the hat.
I don't know if Jared had fantasy picks or if he was in FanDuel, but he looked scared today. He looked like it don't matter if Dan call plays to go for it. He been doing that all year, and that's how he been killing them. But it's up to the quarterback to go out there and execute them plays. And he just been going scared, running scared, looking scared. So I'm
and that's why I said I don't blame.
Jared.
I don't. A couple of the calls I said Dan should have went for the 3, but pretty much he was just relying on the gameplay of golf of what he normally do. But today golf was off, man. He was off his game today. Yeah. So this is pretty much the last play in Philadelphia is pretty much about to be getting in victory formation after this last play.
And he got the first.
Yeah, so that's ball game, man. Yeah, East Skeezy, man, it was a horrible night. Like I said, I'm almost embarrassed. James Sanders said I worked a night shift, but I will try to catch some of your live broadcasts. Thanks, my brother. Catch you from Texas. Hey, man, enjoyed your comments, man. You always welcome to the show, man. Good luck on your coach. Your boys had a good game too this weekend. Hopefully, good luck with your boys. Hopefully, they keep up. The luck over there. And I'll catch you on the next one. But yeah, East Skeezy, man, it was a horrible night. Hurst takes the knee, so this game is over with, man. I'm embarrassed, man. I almost don't know what to say, man. It was horrible. Give me your opinion on what you thought, on what you saw tonight, man, from the offense.
I called it from the beginning. I've seen the first couple plays, and they just looked scared. Like, I don't know if Philly hitting hard, way more, what the case may be. But you could see it in Jared's face. He was playing scared. Like, he had no answers. He was throwing the ball behind Gibbs, ahead of St. Brown. He just wasn't throwing to him. He usually put it in their numbers and everything. I don't know
he was
what's
totally
going on.
off, man. I don't know what the fuck was going on. Today wasn't his day. You can't win them all. Today definitely wasn't his day. He definitely gonna have to go back and watch the film. He's gonna have to get better with being, pressured. Bail out by the flag. Yeah, I agree. It was a horrible call at the end. They at least should have let the game be played out and decided by the players, not by the flags. Lions had it. Bullshit call. No, I agree, but the game was
he
already
looked like
decided.
Somebody told him don't win this game.
What you say, Skeezy?
He looked like somebody told him don't win this game or else.
Yeah, man. Listen, like it's almost like you said, he must have bet it on FanDuel or something. But it was a horrible game by Jared, man. He and that's the scouting report on him. If you get to him often and early, man, he'll have that happy feet, and he's not as accurate, when he's up under pressure. And that's what happened tonight, man. They drew up plays from what Minnesota did a few weeks ago. And that's what happened. It was a Minnesota team that should have not beaten us that was able to beat us, by doing the things that we saw Philadelphia defense do tonight. And Philadelphia really wasn't all that great. Their offense didn't impress me. Neither did the, and I'm not going to say the defense, because the defense was able to, shake off Detroit piece of sucks ass. I'm gonna say Philadelphia is not better. Philadelphia pizza suck ass. I don't think y'all specialize in pizza neither, but we got great pizza here in Detroit. Probably better cheesesteaks. I don't know if you see the comments, Easkeezy, but that's somebody Mint Majestic. We probably got better cheesesteaks than y'all do. He's saying go Bars. Yeah, y'all got it. I give you that. They won that one, man. It was a horrible game, but at the end of the day, we will win our division. And if y'all be there at the end, we will see y'all again. But Easkeezy, give me your last words, man. Let everybody know. Give me your last words and let everybody know what you got going on, where they can reach you.
They can reach me at the What Up Though show, Freestyle Friday. Catch us during the week. This game is just a minor setback. We'll come back. We'll do better next week.
Okay, you breaking up too, E. And I'm gonna read the rest of the comments. Mint Majestic said, hold on, let me go back.
First with the WRAL breaking news tracker.
I want to make sure I got all these comments. Mint Majestic says steak sandwiches and hoagies, Italian ice. I mean, I agree with you on that. Y'all definitely make good sandwiches and things like that, you know. But pizza wise, I don't know if y'all can get with us in that, you know. But look, man, it's definitely been a good one. We've been broadcasting for over 3 hours and 20 minutes. I'm definitely tired. You know, I can't believe the game that Golf put up tonight. You know, it was a horrible night. You know, it was some horrible decisions by Coach Dan Campbell. You know, he's going to have to go back to the drawing board, you know, and ask himself some questions, you know, because he had a few questionable calls that put, you know, us in some bad field position. You know, Philly had great position all game long. You know, so it's been another one. I don't have anything else to add, man. It's been another one. It's your boy, Dame D, and we are out. Peace.
Holla.